Want to play a little hype music? Get him in here first.
I thought it was something else. That's what y'all do? That's it?
That's it.
I thought it was like something else. Hell, Black African power.
Funny.
I'm sitting here saying, what's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the PseudoKillas on deck. We come to do, we got to do, and we're going to do, we got to do. We standing tall, we standing strong. Hey, PseudoKillas on deck, man. I see we got the family in the building, man. I see the stars and came out tonight, man. What's going on, Miss Tiff? What it do? What it do? What it do? Lady Killer, what's good?
I am chilling, just coming off of that great show that me and the other ladies did. So we're just here to support you.
I see that. What? To support me? It's the damn book. You ain't here to support me.
I know that.
Hell, what's going on?
The wrong way. You know what I'm trying to say.
Support me.
Well,
hell, did you not read the book?
I am listening to the audio. I'm saying this is
well, audio, listen to it. We do all above.
Yes. So
what's going on, Juju? Hey, Juju, if you eating, don't say nothing. We do not want to hear you eating. Don't want to hear. Okay, she's eating right now. All right. Miss Bennett, I see you. Great show there, Miss Bennett. I see you in the building. LaDosha, right? What it do? What it do? Gary Hart, I see you, man. Joel Armstrong, what's going on with you? Afro Ninja, what it do? I see Tuck Mayat creeped up in here with the devil. What is that? What is that, Miss Sif? What's the purple devil? The devil that is. Devil that emoji is. Hell. I guess it's just me. Y'all disappeared on me. Anyway, man, look.
All right, I thought I was not.
No, don't worry about it. I got it. Yeah. Everybody sit back. I see what it is now. No, sir. No, sir. I see what it is now. Leave me out.
Yes, that's the purple thing is the devil emoji. Yes.
Tuck trying to be funny. Tuck, your comprehension is very low. I just want to make sure I ain't forgot you. Very, very low comprehension there, brother. I see it. Make sure I throw that shout out to you. Low comprehension levels.
Here I go.
Go ahead and drink some water, something. Rinse your mouth out, Juju.
Be quiet. I'm good.
What the hell? Cake and all that. Shell, what's going on with you, brother? God. What it do?
What's good, folks? How's everybody?
Get it in, get out so we can all get back to our family. I know y'all was in church today. It was Easter. I think I was at the sunrise service at 4:30 in the morning.
I think they call it Resurrection Sunday now.
I was in Resurrection Day. I was at the church at 4:30 in the morning, debating the preacher. I say, if the Lord rose on the third day, ain't it supposed to be tomorrow? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 3 days. It's supposed to be Monday, so they early in the church. Boy, I tell you, man. So y'all know what it is, man. Look, man, we doing this. We on this book right here, man. Death of Expertise, a campaign against established knowledge and why it matters. Tom Nichols, man. I don't know why the people in the service not in here. Man, if y'all been reading the book, we on chapter 2, man. Y'all got to jump in and join discussion. We're gonna drop the link. All right. I can't even drop the link. What? You know what? I need the damn signing information. Juju, you playing with me now? I feel like where's the damn information at? I can't even hear you, Juju. You talking?
I'm on mute. I'm on mute.
All that time? Yeah, y'all got it.
So you know, like the sugar ain't hit my brain yet. But why it's gotta be on me?
You was eating trash? You was eating some sugar?
No.
Not with the African outfit on. You can't eat no sugar. You gotta eat
the
plantains.
I was eating a piece of ham. That's even worse.
Was you? Damn, you and Tiffany pork eaters too. I forgot all about that.
a piece of ham and a hot dog. growling, you little hot dog.
Being pseudo. Stop being pseudo.
Y'all is not supposed to eat no pork.
Nothing wrong with eating pork.
Hey, y'all can eat some pork after the show. It's Sunday, the Lord's Day.
Your whole tepish. Your whole peppery.
What? No,
You
not
know,
really.
like that whole thing about eating pork is from religious indoctrination. You
But
should
it's
know.
the Lord's Day, the day he rose from the dead. He just ain't ready yet because it's Sunday. He went to church on the
Milton,
wrong day.
Mildred eating pork. I'm eating pork. Okay.
Right.
Tell Aunt Mildred she gotta wait till tomorrow to see the Lord. That's why they don't never see him resurrect, because they missed him. Because they in church on the wrong day.
What?
They can't count. 3 days, yo.
You
Think
got me
about it,
messing
yo.
up the
Listen,
pages.
yo. If he was in court on Friday, he went to court on Friday, Pontius Pilate and the boys, right? And they buried him about 6 o'clock. About 6 o'clock, they killed him. Yeah, yo, he ain't supposed to come back till Monday, yo. That is it. Hey, so yeah, this is a great book right here, man. You might see a lot of these conversations going on in the community. This particular chapter, man, is a good one. You're not as smart as you think you are. And as we get into the book, into the work, man, first of all, Chill, what you thought about this chapter, man? I thought this was a good chapter, man. And it kind of made me want to, I know you gave me this damn chart, man. I think you should do a show on the chart. What I'm saying is take each little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Dunning-Kruger effect and all that. Let's do a show on it. Let's do confirmation, but let's do a show on each one of them things right there, yo. And we can see where everybody's safely fit. I think that'd be a good idea right there, yo. Go ahead, Chill.
That's a big chart right there you're talking about. That John, I think they up to like 164 types of biases that they find common in everyday life. So we can do it, but
No, I mean, just like 45-minute show on it. On each thing. You get my point?
Yeah.
Let's discuss it. I think the more we familiarize ourselves with it, we'll know when it's happening to us.
I agree.
I mean, he touched on 2 of them. I think in this chapter he touched on 2 of them, and about the difficulties of conversations and being able to be able to dialogue healthy. I think it's very important, especially from the position that we in now, right? The place that we in now, where people talk past each other, and we miss some of the dynamics that play a part. We misrepresent what people are saying, or we miscomprehend what people are saying. Sometimes deliberately, sometimes not. But I think this was a great place for us to be able to have healthy dialogue and conversation, being able to disagree without the extremes. But not only that, though, also understanding that everybody's opinion is not equal in the conversation, and that's much harder to accept. So we're gonna get into it. You know what I mean? But those 2 joints, the confirmation bias and the Dunning-Kruger,
and
we'll get into it today.
And one more.
What's the other one, Juju? Don't
because he was still speaking metacognition. I mean, so that's
like how you're doing what you're doing, right?
That's not a that's not a bias. That's a functionality of the brain that's supposed to prevent these alienated biases. But if
you know about it, right? If you know about how to do it,
right?
And I'm gonna tell y'all now, I got lucky. Hey, Juju. So look, go ahead and read the chapter 2, right? Read the not the opening, but the little what's chapter 2 called, and then the little words underneath that.
You talking about how conversations become exhausting?
Yeah, that's the name of chapter 2.
Yeah.
And
so
that.
But I was just saying, I was mentioning the reason why I wanted him to mention metacognition, because I know they're not biases, but I was mentioning it because those are the 3 focal points of chapter 2's conversation. Those 3 things, right? And one is helpful to try to identify and exercise more, because is it a function of the brain? because I mean, I feel like this is a function of the brain, the more people will do it, but
I think it's
it's
something.
like more people aren't.
It's a function of the brain that is learned. So
Okay. Thank you. So because
Yeah.
when you say function of the brain, it sounds like that's
yeah,
it's intuitive that just happens to do that. But
you can
once you can recognize that, you know what I'm saying, that you may need to do that, then I can see that. I'm gonna do that for you, Bobby Banger, and then I'm gonna read you the piece. I think it's like the first paragraph. So this is how I got into the groove for this chapter, because You're Not As Smart As You Think You Are was spot on, even though I was trying to like kind of do a little clickbaiting. When I finished the chapter, I was like, it was perfect. So how conversations become exhausting. A few centuries earlier, humans still knew pretty well when a thing was proved and when it was not. And if it was proved, they really believed it. And that C.S. Lewis, The Screw Tape Letters. And then, yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man. The Duke, by the Big Lebowski. And I have a piece here, and this piece goes, even among lay people in their daily interactions, disagreements, and debate, how devolved into grueling exchanges of contradiction, random factoids, and shaky sources. Few of the participants themselves understand. Years of better education, increased access to data, the explosion of social media, and lowered barriers to entry into the public arena were supposed to improve our abilities to deliberate
Where you at though, Juju?
and decide.
Did I miss
Instead, these advances seem to have made all of these worse rather than better. I told you I was going to read a piece out of the first paragraph, though, because that was kind of the crux of the
page
conversation
40?
for it. 45. It was right under I'd like an
How the
argument.
hell is that the first paragraph? What the hell's going on?
Well, okay, it's in the second paragraph, Bobby, but it's in
we got the same book.
Okay, I'm reading. Well, I'm reading from the PDF version too. I don't have a hard copy.
Oh, dang!
It's chapter 2 is right there on the first page of chapter 2.
That's what you get for cheating. Get the damn book.
Yeah.
It's
Nah.
$2.
All my money going to Egypt right now.
Oh, that's gonna be a good trip. You're gonna have your camera out, right? You're gonna ask him, is Egypt a black land, right? Anyway,
I'm trying to come home.
So what you get out of that though, Juju?
Just that. So like, is it counterintuitive? You'll think that we would do better as human beings as far as having more deliberate, organized conversations or whatnot. But instead it comes more like an ego show party. You feel me? Everybody gotta press upon what they think they know better than everybody else, and there actually isn't a conversation. It's just a whole bunch of people talking through their ego. That's what I got out of it. You feel me?
We do that on the internet. That's, man, we like babies of it.
Mm-hmm.
We the first ones doing it, right? And you can see it play out. So a little bit before that, on page 41, right? It says, we all have an inherent and natural tendency to search for evidence that already meshes with our beliefs.
Right.
Man, that sentence alone kind of summarizes this thing they call in the conscious community right there. Right? And we all do it. When we argue, when we do that, we all do that. We find things that mesh. Anybody want to add to that right there? Just that one sentence right there is, kind of explains where we at in the conscious community. People have different, we'll be in the middle of the conversation, somebody will pop up on there and start talking about something else that mesh with what they think about or mesh their beliefs to help with the conversation. Chill, Tiff.
Can you read that sentence again?
I said, we all have inherent and natural tendencies to search for evidence that already meshes with our beliefs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do that. That's why in school, when you go to school, I'm talking higher learning, high school when you're doing papers, or if you're on any kind of debate team, or they always, or you're presenting a paper, you have to present like the opposing view. They teach you to do that.
Bobby Banker, can you read that next sentence right after the one you just read?
Yeah, I'm gonna read the
Oh
whole.
yeah.
Yeah, read
Like,
the whole thing. But I want.
I'm sorry, he paused. I thought you were doing my bad.
No, you're good.
You good?
You was good, Miss Tiffany.
Good, Mr. That's a good point. Yeah, when you're gonna get your master's degree too, they make you read things on like confirmation bias, right? Okay, the next sentence is our brains are actually wired to work this way, which is why we argue even when we shouldn't. They say, and if we feel socially and personally threatened, we will argue until we're blue in the face. Perhaps in the internet age, the expression of social media should be until our fingers are numb. Experts are no exception here. Like everyone else, we want to believe what we want to believe. It sounds like everybody, don't it? That's why I like the book. You gotta be able to read it and say, what am I doing? What part am I doing?
To yourself, right?
Yeah. If you can't apply this to yourself, then this ain't the class for you. This ain't the book for you. Because you're missing it. If you sitting here looking at this book saying, shit, I ain't did none of that.
Right.
Then you actually that for real, for real.
So I think this chapter is actually, I mean, for me, Miss Tiffany, Bobby and Chilimbwe, this was like self-reflection, right?
Yeah.
Say, am I doing that? You know, is that what I'm really doing? And how can I like do better to hear other people? Even in the last show when we talked about listening, you know, because you got to be able to hear other people what they're saying, right? And that was the whole reason why I've been pushed for the other show, because I felt like I wasn't listening or I wasn't hearing my sisters last year.
On what? On the show we had?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you was out of control. Let me stop. Hey, Miss Tiff, she was out of control once you went.
Yeah.
I'm not. Where you time? I was like, Jesus Christ.
But so yeah, I think the chapter was a great way to self-reflect. So yeah, that's a good point. If you're not seeing you in some of the issues that are discussed in the chapter, then you missed it, right?
Yeah, you're gonna be the deaf of expertise. Oh man. All right. So here we go. So let me
hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Hola.
This is where we get into the meat and crust of the chapter, right? Because we are wired. I like the way he put that. So right. there's we talked about it on the brain show about how you have many minds and how your environment shapes these things. And it's very, very, very difficult to see outside of that, right? I was just talking to my son about this very thing, about some of the advantages he's had versus some of his friends, in the fact that, he went to museums, he went to political protests, he went to political events like town halls and things like that. And so when you have these experiences, it helps you to see more of conversations, you can say. And later on in the book, he's going to touch on this limitation that we put on ourselves that make it much harder for you to see biases, or at least and be able to analyze information from a wide perspective. Some of the ways that you can improve that is, one, enrapturing yourself in another culture, such as learning their language, not just being able to say a few words, but I mean actually learning their language and some of the nuances that go to their language. It helps a lot. Also, reading wide variety of text and work, not just reading one genre, but like reading a wide variety and not just one that agrees with you. So if you are a conservative, right, you would read conservative work, good, but you would also read libertarian work, other viewpoints work as well. Subscribe to their things to help broaden your perspective on your experiences. Also, what you can do is you can read, like he started off with one of the screw tape letters.
Right.
I don't know if y'all know what the screw tape letters is. Maybe some of y'all have read it, but it's literally like a demon holding a conversation about public policy and how people behave and whether it's beneficial. The very C.S. Lewis I think he used to be an atheist and then became a Christian. And he wrote a lot of books like The Witch in the Cupboard or something like that, Wardrobe or something like that. Nevertheless, that book series or writing is one of those things that if you read, you could it'll help express your thinking processes and helps it'll help you be able to see a wider view of world events and how you view the world. But that's not a 100% because even experts who are trained in it can still fall victim to cognitive biases. So, yeah, that's it.
All right. Let me get right here. Starting to heat up a little bit. Okay. In our personal lives, we tend to be a bit more forgiving because we are social animals who want acceptance and affection from those close to us. In our intimate social circles, most of us think we're competent and trustworthy, and we want others to see us that way, too. We all want to be taken seriously and to be respected. And in patience, this means we don't want anyone to think we're dumb. And so we pretend to be smarter than we are. Over time, we even come to believe it.
Yeah.
This is where the damn rubber meets the road. I was like, damn. Let me look in the mirror and see.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. And for me, right, you have to be around the fringes of a cult, okay? To actually really understand this. Because in that cult environment, right, man, you're actually given tools to make you think you're smarter than everybody else you're talking to. You know what I mean? Confirmation bias is flying. The black algae, that's why I always say it, the black algae. Right. You it's all black no matter what, whether the information goes with it or not. And if you look at your life and your circles, right? There was that you think you know more than you actually know. And so I know when we was younger, we came up with thing. Well, look, we need to look that shit up. We figured that out early in the game. We actually did. We figured out early in the game that everybody was pretty good talkers, and that sounded a little bit too good to be true. So we want to be able to look. Our circle. That's what we did in our circle right there. But that's a good one. And so you're not, you know what I mean? Like you want to be confident in your circles and your personal circles and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a good one right there. When we move on further, I'll show you how I've defeated some other things. But go ahead. Anybody want to add to that?
This is not with the book, but I find it funny because every point that I want to read, like you're literally reading it. So I mean, that shows like these things that we recognize as a group, an organization. You know what I'm saying? It's not limited, and I think that's healthy and that's good because I'm sure when we, read that, I'm sure we were like, yeah, I'm gonna try to do better. I don't want to be that. You feel me? And it's okay not to know. And that's why we say those things. It's okay not to know. It's okay to get it wrong. You feel me? So yeah, I think this was like seriously like a real good and healthy conversation. Because man, this literally reading chapter 2, y'all already know. It was like, oh my God. This is what's literally happening in the quote unquote conscious community. Moreover than I would necessarily see in my everyday lives, because your everyday lives, you have you have experts in their particular fields. So, I don't necessarily really see that crossover in my real life, but definitely in this conscious community space, yeah, everybody know everything, and it's just not that's just not reality.
Rarely, if ever, hear anybody say, I don't know.
Never.
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that, or that's really not my area of expertise.
Right.
Yeah, we do that a lot over here, though.
We do.
I consider PK on the fringes of that kind of.
Yeah,
Right.
that's real. Yeah, that's the truth. That
Facts.
you can't. Yeah.
But you don't ever hear actual experts. They don't have any problem with saying, you know what? I don't know.
Right. And the ones we've had, they've all, have gone to a space where it's like, I have to get back to you on that. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, or I'll have you an answer next time, right? Or I'll lead you in the direction to somebody who knows better than I do on that particular subject. We've had that. At least that type of circumstance with probably all the experts we've interviewed on PK's platform.
It's heating up, yo.
Yeah, beware of those who tell you, be aware of those who claim to know or have an answer for everything. There you go. Yep.
So what? Go ahead, Juju. You want to read? I don't want to. You sound like you're reading your parts.
No, you good. Unless you really want me to. I got to keep taking my glasses on because I'm getting up there. I need them bifocals, but I ain't ready yet.
For me, the best part of the chapter was the Dunning-Kruger.
I know.
The Dunning-Kruger effect.
Go into it.
I seen it in full goddamn effect.
Right.
I'm talking about with the Magi arches and all that bullshit right there, yo. I seen that in full effect.
Go in, Bobby. You there?
No, I'm just telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, y'all want to talk about the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Well, I'll read this piece.
Read that piece leading up to that.
So,
go ahead.
It's okay. Let me see if I can start it off, but I'm gonna tell you where it comes from.
I know it's on page 33.
It's not your imagination, people spooling off on subjects about which they know very little, and with completely unfounded confidence, really happens, and science has finally figured it out. This phenomenon, I should have read a little bit more, but
read. Go over.
I get it. So, we've all been trapped at a party or dinner when the least informed person in the room holds court, never doubting his or her own intelligence and confidently lecturing the rest of us with a cascade of mistakes and misinformation. It's not your imagination. People spooling off on subjects about which they know very little and with completely unfounded confidence really happens. And science has finally figured it out. This phenomenon is called the Dunning-Kruger effect, named for David Dunning and Justin Kruger, who are research psychologists at Cornell University, who identified it in a landmark 1999 study, the Dunning-Kruger effect. In sum, means that the dumber you are, the more confident you are that you're not actually dumb.
That's crazy.
Let me see if I can.
Yo, that's funny. I got it up.
Huh? I want to see if I can kind of play this. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Hold on one sec.
Yo, it's finna get hot in a minute.
Yeah, let me see.
Board, none of this rises to the level of chess, mostly to knock out other facts.
Let's see.
Like the customer in Monty Python's legendary argument clinic sketch.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, this is good.
All right, all right.
Afro Ninja is funny, y'all.
All right, let's get into a little bit. Let me get right here. All right, let me see if I can share it. That way I can hear the audio better. Let me see. Okay. All right, here we go.
Board, none of this rises to the level of chess, mostly to knock out other facts. Like the customer in Monty Python's legendary argument clinic sketch, we find ourselves merely gainsaying whatever the other person said last. This isn't an argument, the angry customer tells the professional arguer. Yes, it is, he responds. No, it isn't. It's just contradiction. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Here, we need to start with the obvious and universal problem. You and me. Or more accurately, the way you and I think.
Yeah, that's important right there. Yeah, we got to start evaluating why we think. That's why I always say the daggone brain shows is so important to what we do here. Because once you start to understand how you think, I always feel like you can think better.
Right.
You can kind of incorporate them things. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start with us right there. Got to start with us first. And that that evaluation right there is serious. It's important. Let me finish this though.
From biology to social psychology, we fight an uphill battle in trying to understand each other. We all have an inherent and natural tendency to search for evidence that already meshes with our beliefs. Our brains are actually wired to work this way, which is why we argue even when we shouldn't. And if we feel socially or personally threatened, we will argue until we're blue in the face. Perhaps in the internet age, the expression on social media should be, until our fingers are numb. Experts are no exception here. Like everyone else, we want to believe what we want to believe. In our personal lives, we tend to be a bit more forgiving because we are social animals who want acceptance and affection from those closest to us. In our intimate social circles, most of us think we're competent and trustworthy, and we want others to see us that way too. We all want to be taken seriously and to be respected. In practice, this means we don't want anyone to think we're dumb, and so we pretend to be smarter than we are. Over time, we even come to believe it. Of course, there's also the basic problem that some people just aren't very bright. And as we'll find out, the people who are the most certain about being right tend to be the people with the least reason to have such self-confidence.
So you sitting here thinking, well, damn, I'm going to be saying this, be saying that, be saying this, be saying that. And they probably the dumbest one of some of them all. And you know what? I realized that about 10 years ago. And that's when I got the hell away from SETI and them. And that's when I started to recognize, you know what, man? After hearing the Yorks and the daggone Dr. Sabies of the world and this person and the Sarah stupid SETIs of the world, I say, man, you know what, man? I'm going to start relying on the experts. I had to get myself right there. Because I was like, man, I'm messing this all up, man. Right? And it was at that point that I knew, man, I don't know as much as I thought I knew. Because when I started to read the experts, I was like, damn, I messed that completely up. You know what I'm saying? The whole conversations in science and stuff like that is counterintuitive. You wouldn't have even have known. But yeah, we act like and we talk like we really know we know. I swear we do. And so that's been my mission. That's why I say get with the experts. Just stay right there. Don't go past them. Don't add to what they're saying. Stay right there with that. Because you're not trained in it. I'm not actually trained in evolution. I'm not. Novice at best. I'm not. And this is where the rubber meets the road. When you start to see people extend themselves past that, then you know they really don't know as much as they think they know. It's an impossibility. There's the difference between somebody that's doing it, right, to support themselves, and the person is on the sideline doing it, think they're doing it. But you wouldn't really know that. That's interesting. I know we kind of read over that, but just to hear the way he said it, I felt like, let's play that again, right? And get what he's saying. Yeah, man, we ain't as smart as we think we are, man. That's why science is so damn important. That's why scientific literacy is so important. You need to be able to recognize that our egos are inflated at times. You just hear it in the conversations. When people start to run past the experts and start calling themselves experts, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Yeah, there's a clear value in having a scientific article, okay, to help you in your position or whatever you're talking about. That's value in that. You get people come on here and be talk, they never show any source of what they're talking about. Then you get people that will bring sources and routinely misrepresent the source. But guess what? As long as you got the source, you can read it for yourself and say, nah, that ain't even what that's saying. But if you don't have that source, perpetual foolery. Anybody want to add something to that, though?
Yeah, I actually have a graph that I want to show that may help visualize what's going on with the Dunning-Kruger effect. Give me one. Let me pull it up right quick.
All right, we got the piece of the book. I thought I was gonna actually get, where is that at? Yeah, I got a symbol. Yeah, that's it.
So if y'all look at this graph helps you understand and can visualize what happens with the Dunning-Kruger effect to some degree. It's fascinating, and at the same time, can creep up on this anyone at any time, in which you can be in the midst of a conversation and you just talking, and then you run down the road and kick a can in the wrong direction. And now you in there defending a position that you really had no business even speaking on, because you haven't, one, you're not an expert, but two, you haven't even really analyzed the information. I'm going to show another one later on about how to approach information to a degree. But here it is. So if you look at the y-axis, it's talking about how confident you are in the subject. And if you look at the x-axis, it talks about competence. And so at the beginning with no confidence, you can see confidence tends to be high. It says incompetent hubris, I know it all already, but your actual competence level is very, very low. And then as you actually get knowledge, right, or at least start to learn, if you go through, like, let's say you're in school, you first thought you knew American history in 10th grade, but then you go to college and you realize a lot of things that you thought you knew, you really didn't know. A lot of the nuances wasn't available. As you begin to know, or if you look at like neurology or human behavior, a lot of assumptions that you thought you understood, you may not really understand, and the complications that go into it. So as you begin to become more competent, your confidence goes down. So it says, I was wrong. This is really harder than I thought in these conversations. Okay, then you get to average. Okay, I started getting now. I think I'm really understanding this, but it's hard. So your confidence goes down, but your confidence level is going up. And then when you get to that expert, I feel I'm in the flow with the subject, but you notice that the confidence never actually reaches the same confidence when you had no confidence. So the confidence is real high when you had no confidence. And even when you get to an expert, it never actually reaches that point because you understand just how much you don't know in a subject. And if you ever talk to experts and hold conversations, they have no problem with letting you know
they don't know.
The science ain't there yet.
Yeah.
We're still working on it. We're looking at it from this angle. There's so much stuff that we don't know yet. And it can to reinforce this idea that it's an ever-learning process, and not this, I've made it and achieved some grand point, and now I don't need to learn anymore. So I just wanted to show that.
That is a definition, and you have an example, a visual of counterintuitiveness right there, I think, right?
I'm in the flow with the subject.
Yeah.
That sounds like somebody we know, boy.
Mm.
Boy. Okay. All right. Now go ahead, Juju. Put my thing up.
Got it.
And to be the people with the least reason to have such self-confidence. But it is too facile simply to dismiss the exasperating nature of modern discussion as only a function of the stupidity of others. That's not to say it isn't sometimes true. Most people simply are not that intellectually limited, at least not if measured by basic indicators, such as rates of literacy or completion of high school. The fact of the matter is that the pitfalls of discussion and debate aren't limited to mistakes made by the least intelligent among us. We all fall prey to a series of problems, including the way we all try to resolve problems and questions in ways that make us feel better about ourselves and our friends. The many influencers on the death of expertise, including higher education, the media, and the internet, are all enablers of these basic human traits. All of these challenges to better communication between experts and citizens can be overcome with education, rigor, and honesty, but only if we know how they're plaguing us in the first place.
It is deep. You got to know what's plaguing you to fix it.
Whew.
You got to know what's plaguing you. Education, don't we talk about education, but we're actually on the fringes of an environment that downplays education.
Correct.
Think about that. We're on the fringes of groups of people to think that just being a novice is enough, right? And if a person says you read something expertly, you then think you're an expert. It's the wildest thing ever known. If a person says you're not an average novice, you know what I'm saying? That's saying you are a novice, but you're not an average one. I think comprehending the English language is also important too, though. I think that's central and key to these discussions we'll be having. I guess that's why we talk past each other. I guess that's why we all reach the conclusion that we're saying the same things that the experts are saying. This is a wild chain of events. Let me finish this, though, Juju.
Maybe we're all just dumb. Let's confront the most painful possibility first. Perhaps experts and lay people have problems talking with each other because the ordinary citizen is just unintelligent. Maybe the intellectual gulf between the educated elites and the masses is now so large that they simply cannot talk to each other except to exchange expressions of mutual contempt. Maybe conversations and arguments fail because one or both of the parties is just stupid.
I'm thinking of that. You know, maybe both groups is just stupid. That's why we bring in the experts, but that new phenomenon came in. I don't know. I think it's just a foolery effect, right? When you argue a position for 3-4 years and you bring in an expert, and then all of a sudden everybody says they agree with us. What? Hey, chill. What would that be called? Is that like something that we could, like? Is that something that's on the radar? What is that? That's just straight outright lying, huh?
That's delusional.
Nah, you know, sometimes what happens is you confabulation. We talked about it a little bit where it may not be something deliberate. I don't like to put intent behind people making mistakes or just misconstruing things. You know, you could actually the reason why lie detector tests isn't admissible in court is because you can trick yourself into believing something being true that isn't. So it can be complicated at times. So I'm not willing to say they just out and out lying from the little bit I've seen, but I'm willing to say there's some confabulation going on.
No, I think you're giving them too much credit.
Yeah, you don't.
That's straight delusion.
No way, bro.
False memories that have been created.
You're funny.
Right?
No false memory.
And so that's what confabulation is.
I know what it is, but
yeah,
really.
they delusional. That ain't got nothing. It's not confabulation.
So that's I'm okay. Y'all can say it how y'all want. As far as I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna say it's a little confabulation going on around here. Some memories that ain't accurate.
Man, what memories? They don't got no memories with the experts.
They believe they said something that they didn't say.
Okay,
So,
that's
you know.
the delusion. I'm gonna stick on delusion. I'm gonna be blunt about it. But I get that. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's something, Brad. Hey, Brad, you probably should answer your own question on that. You know, for me, it's about the people and our education, right? You know, I'm always in a space to try to, not to try, but to actually give people tools so they can understand, you know, their history and their culture. That's always been my thing. And for me, I'm never really even talking to that person. I never actually think that person is going to be able to understand what I'm saying. You can just tell the way a person fight. But it's always the hope that people will watch a show that I'm on or that the PseudoKillas is on and hear the opposing side and then look up both things and see which one is more accurate. That's always, you know, a win. It's always a win. And then, of course, you got groups of people that just, you know, gravitate to one person with the one idea, regardless of their expertise, regardless of being an expert, and just think that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm never actually talking to stupid people. I'm talking to the crowd, hoping they don't fall into stupidity with the stupid person. That's always where I'm at. So yeah, there's a.
Hold on. Let me answer Babylon Don.
What did he say?
Right. It's on there right now. It's fabrication, not confabulation, using it completely out of context. Confabulation is false memories. I believe I mentioned false memories specifically, saying they created memories, saying they said something they didn't say. Fabrication requires intention, and I'm not willing to say they intentionally lying. So there's the difference. That's why I'm saying confabulation and not fabrication. Thank you. You can continue.
Yo, y'all better stop poking the bear. I'm telling you.
That's Babylon done.
Yeah, boy. I'm talking about Chilumbwe though.
So okay, so let's actually, that was a nice chart you put there.
It was
good chart you put there. Right. I'd like to go to the actual study. You got that, Juju? Let's pull it up, Juju. I think this would help us very. You gonna share? You want me to share the screen?
I got it.
All right.
I got you.
Yeah. And so
I got you.
All right. So yeah, this study right here deals with, I think, some Australian medical students, right? Hold on. Clinical skills, both. Yeah, make that big. Junior doctors, okay. The thing was in a postdoc or something. Yeah, go ahead. Read that abstract. Now, this is where you get. This is what the tests that they put together, and figured out the Dunning-Kruger effect. Go ahead, read that abstract. I want y'all to take this. This is a great source right here. I mean, a real great source.
All right, I'll make sure I put this in the chat for the people.
Yeah, very simplified, and it'll get you how they got that. And y'all, this is amazing. Go ahead.
Let me post this real quick for the people so they can have it too if it fits. So the abstract of this with experiment test is that the intern year is a key time for the acquisition of clinical skills, both procedural and cognitive. We have previously described self-reported confidence and experience for a number of clinical skills, finding high levels of confidence among Australian junior doctors. This has never been correlated with an objective measure of competence.
Keyword correlated, right?
Yeah, correlated.
So just because you say you competent in something, don't actually mean you are. Right? Just because you thought you read something expertly, right, doesn't mean you're expert. And just because you holler and scream to the top of your lungs that I've done this, I've changed this, we've all heard people around us make these points. And this study actually shows that the people with the most confidence in shit, it doesn't correlate to them actually knowing the subject. That is crazy. This has never been correlated with the objective measure of competence, right? Subjective and objective. Subjective is things that the way you feel about something. Objective is actually like a scientific, like things that have been verified, scientific facts and all that. It is objective, not subjective. All right. But man, so these junior doctors, these postdoc Australian doctors, they was actually, confident in their knowledge on certain things. But when they actually, put the pedal to the metal, you know what I mean, with the rubber meet the road, that didn't correlate to what they actually knew. Huh. Go figure that. That's deep right there. So now you want to go to the aims and hypothesis.
So we aim to determine the relationship between self-reported confidence and observed competence for a number of routine procedural clinical skills.
Y'all know what this is. Y'all definitely know where this is going at. We got a lot of people in the conscious community that claim to know this subject and know that subject. Yep, and they claim to have their own research. Right? They can do this, we can do that. This is what we did. Right there. This is what's going on right in front of your face. Go ahead. You want to get right to the results, or you want to read the methods? I like the way this is framed.
I'm going to read it all just so they can get it.
Go ahead. Okay.
So a group of 30 junior medical officers in the first postgraduate year was studied. All subjects completed a questionnaire concerning their confidence and experience in the performance of clinical skills. A competency-based assessment instrument concerning 7 common practical clinical skills was developed, piloted, and refined. All 30 of these, what they say, postgraduates, then completed an assessment using this instrument. Comparisons were then made between the postgraduates' self-reported levels of confidence and their tutors' assessments of their competence. The results being a broad range of competence levels was revealed by the clinical skills assessment. There was no correlation between the postgraduates' self-ratings of confidence and their measured competencies. So in conclusion, junior medical officers in their postgraduate first year demonstrated a broad range of competence levels for several common practical clinical skills, with some performing at an inadequate level. There's no relationship between their self-reported level of confidence and their formally assessed performance. This observation raises important caveats about the use of self-assessments in this group.
You read the conclusion?
Yeah.
There you go. There you have it right there.
Man. So
the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Facts.
Man. Okay. So let me play this clip for you. Let me show you how. The book also goes into how you can be having conversations with experts and just they go over your head. Where is that at on here? Did you outline that? That was an Hey, Chill, you remember that part of the book? In that chapter?
What part?
Where it talks about how you be so confident in your skills that you could be talking to an expert, and they go right over your head. Like you don't even get it.
No, let me see if I can find it.
That's right in the Dunning-Kruger effect. Maybe the confirmation bias section. We didn't get there yet, maybe.
We pretty much are both. We're about to go into metacognition.
Which is a good thing.
It is a good thing. It's not a bias.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Hold on. Wait, I hope hold on. The student study the test of older people trying. It turns out, however, oh, metacognition. Okay.
Confirmation biases after metacognition.
Oh, okay.
That.
Okay. So, all right, let me play this clip of somebody not even listening to the experts that they talking to. Let me heat this joint up. Let me heat it up. Gotta heat it up. Gotta heat it up. Did somebody in the comments said somebody was hating? Did they say that?
Oh, they did.
They supposed to know we don't hate, we participate. They didn't know that. We're not haters, we participators. Yeah, we're participating in making sure our people are educated properly and not flim flam bam bam boomed. That's exactly what we're doing here. That's why we call see PseudoKillas. It don't say haters, do it. Nope.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, you must be a hater if you think we hate.
In fact,
we only care about making sure that the information get put out properly. That's all we really care about.
Yeah, that's that projection.
Yeah, we big up our brothers and sisters that sit down and converse with experts. We just might not agree with the talking over the damn interview and not even understanding what the expert is saying, and then put it on tape for us to see. We might not agree to that. Here's one of those lovely moments. Here's one of those lovely. Let me see. All right. Hold on, Juju. Maybe I'm tripping.
What?
Okay, here we go. You don't even got the fair use thing on here, do you?
I think he's talking. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I think you're talking about the saccharin that where the lady was asking about that chemical, and she was talking to an expert and gonna tell him he wrong. I know what section you're talking about. Let me find it for you.
Yeah, we got so much because let me say I also want to get into this part. This was really good right here. Which I'm not gonna be able to find it. I just had it. Where it talks about where we have irrational optimism. We have irrational fear more than irrational optimism. I thought that was a pretty good lesson.
Oh, hold on. I think I can't pronounce Chill name, Juju.
Chilimwe.
Chilimwe. I can pronounce the name, Chilimwe.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that. That I was talking about chill. Nah, I ain't talking. Nah.
Talking about Chill. That's on the panel with us. Y'all see his name? Chill.
Chilimwe.
Eat him up, Bell. Chill.
All right.
All
right. Here we go. Man, you can put something over here, can't you?
What you mean?
Like, you know how I put the back, don't you got some filters? Not filters, but you got the on your screen, you can put like a thing over there, over top of it.
I don't know how to do all that.
Don't you got over it?
What am I supposed to put over it? I don't know.
Juju, go to the whatchamacallit section here.
The brand section or the banner section?
Probably the banner. Yeah, put a banner over that. You can put a banner over there.
I know what you're talking about. Hold on. This no, that's the background. Overlay.
Yeah.
We don't got no overlay.
Y'all ain't putting no overlay on there? Y'all got something?
I'm gonna try to let me see if this works.
Yeah, you got any damn
thing. Hold on. Is that better? Is that good?
Oh, I can't actually see it.
Oh, you needed to see it?
No, I don't need to see it. You can only see it on your side. Where you sharing the screen is not showing that text right there.
Yeah, it's not showing it for the audience.
Good. Right, that's good. All right, let's play the clip. All right, here we go.
Had to
All right.
thank you for my feet.
So expert, great guy. We don't know who the mystery expert. Okay. Here we go.
I know. No, stop.
Come on, yo.
But like not very far north, not very far south, but west of the delta. So it's very clear that he does not, at least in the world of this text, does not picture himself as living in Kemet because he wants to go to Kemet. And it's very clear that he is, moving towards the Nile. One interesting thing, though, you note correctly that he doesn't say he's going south. This is because, so also when we're dealing with Egyptian directions of north and south, we have to keep in mind that their north was our south.
Mhm.
So if they said they're going south, that would actually mean they're going our north. So that, and those terms are different than the term hayi, the verb hayi that he uses here.
Out of respect for the scholar, the way he explained it, he might have, I don't know. Well, I just want to.
The verb.
And so we're not going to listen to the expert. We're not going to pay attention to the expert, Juju. Of course, we're going to pay attention to the expert. The expert explained that right. Our north is their south. Now, think about when you're looking at Egyptian texts and think about that. How many people actually got that wrong when reading these texts? But we had an expert come on and explain that. I find that to be very interesting there. But the expert don't know. Interesting. So now we listen to people messing that up the whole time. Think about it. When we say Upper Egypt, we're really talking about the southern part. We say Lower Egypt, we're really talking about the northern part. So the scholar explained that right. But yet we got quote unquote experts, or at least think they're experts, going through the Dunning-Kruger effect right in front of your face. There's a way to measure that, though. There's a way to actually stop that. So now, Chill, did you find that, Chill?
No, I'm still looking. I'm down. I'm almost to the middle of the chapter now. I'll find it. Give me a few minutes.
Okay. All right. Okay, Juju, we good. We good with that one. I just wanted to get that one off. I just want to make sure everybody heard that. We're gonna listen to the experts now. He said, our south is their north. So remember, next time you think somebody is going south in the text, they're really going north. That's interesting.
That's funny. Yo.
I mean, what are we doing? We are inflated at this point. Actually thinking we know more than we know. Now, how did I get rid of it? Where we at? Where we at? We'll let Chill come back to that.
We are getting into
the metacognition, right?
Correct. Which
Right, go ahead.
That's the balance. That's the part. Give me a second. I gotta find it. I went to the other. Oh, here it goes. So as it turns out, however, the more specific reason that unskilled or incompetent people overestimate their abilities far more than others is because they lack a key skill called metacognition. This is the ability to know when you're not good at something by stepping back, looking at what you're doing, and then realizing that you're doing it wrong. Then it goes into like good singers know when they've hit a sour note. Good directors know when a scene in a play isn't working. Good marketers know when an ad campaign is going to be a flop. Their less competent counterparts, by comparison, have no such ability. they think they're doing a great job. That's metacognition. I don't know. Can we tie this into some of these things let me clarify. What Chill was saying earlier is he was saying that it was a process of the brain. And I was like, really, is it? But he was like, so once you're aware, then you can enact that. And that would be kind of like when we're talking about the believing brain, right? And how we come into our more scientific or critical or logical thinking brain. We have a certain awareness that we didn't have when we were operating with our quote unquote believing brain. So I think that's what we operate off of. We are aware of those mistakes we can make. So we operate off this metacognition so that we don't think that we're smarter or better than we are, and we're not making those mistakes of confirmation biases, which is natural. We spoke on that, and that's actually a kind of evolutionary process, but that we can correct these now in this time. So metacognition.
Yeah, so we can actually do that. Let me go back to let me piggyback back to the. All right, share the screen. Here we go. Play this part. Go back some.
The Dunning-Kruger effect, in sum, means that the dumber you are, the more confident you are that you're not actually dumb. Dunning-Kruger more gently labeled such people as unskilled or incompetent. But that doesn't change their central finding. They wrote, not only do they reach erroneous conclusions and make unfortunate choices, but their incompetence robs them of the ability to realize it.
Are we going through this with Black Egypt? Is it just me?
Uh-oh.
Are we going through this? Can I replay that? Let me go back 30 seconds.
Yeah, replay it again.
1899 study. The Dunning-Kruger effect, in sum, means that the dumber you are, the more confident you are that you're not actually dumb. Dunning-Kruger more gently labeled such people as unskilled or incompetent. But that doesn't change their central finding. They wrote, not only do they reach erroneous conclusions and make unfortunate choices, but their incompetence robs them of the ability to realize it. In fairness to the unskilled, we all tend to overestimate ourselves. Ask people where they think they rate on any number of talents, and you will encounter the above average effect, in which everyone thinks they're, well, above average. This, as Dunning and Kruger dryly note, is a result that defies the logic of descriptive statistics.
And we read that, we gave you the sources, but I swear to goodness, yo, this is what we going through, yo.
Yeah.
Everybody is a damn Egyptian expert. Hotta. Everybody knows we surpassed the sources. Have we not heard that?
Yeah.
I have my own work. Have we not heard that?
You definitely heard all of
the
that.
famous one, or your own work, and then they get
My work.
mad at you because you don't have your own work. Like, what is wrong with you?
Let me keep going. I'm going to play the clip again. Let's play the clip again. I want to play this clip again. Let's hear it. It's in full effect. It ain't me. That's why we stay on the sources around here, y'all. Put up the thing. Put up the icon. Damn, Juju. Juju, put the icon up. Can you hear me?
That is up.
All right, here we go.
But not very far north, not very far south, but west of the Delta. So it's very clear that he does not, at least in the world of this text, does not picture himself as living in Kemet because he wants to go to Kemet. And it's very clear that he is, moving towards the Nile. One interesting thing, though, you note correctly that he doesn't say he's going south. This is because, so also when we're dealing with Egyptian directions of north and south, we have to keep in mind that their north was our south. So if they said they're going south, that would actually mean they're going our north. So that, and those terms are different than the term hai, the verb hai that he uses here.
Out of respect for the scholar, the way he explained it, he might have, I don't know. Well, I just want to.
The verb hai actually does mean to go down in terms of descend. So, and this is a reference, and this is always something that people did when leaving the Nile and then coming back to it. You descend into the Nile, or you just go down to the Nile because of the valley. So basically if you look at the Egyptian landscape, and especially if you're coming from like a desert location, either to the east or the west, when you get to the Nile, there's going to be a drop, because that river has now carved out like territory, like the prehistoric river has, when it was like kind of flowing much more vigorously, much more.
I just want to say one thing I didn't say back here. When that's under the assumption that he was talking about a place that's on the Nile.
Yeah, so he just fucking it up. I just would like to say he comes in and messes it up. Dunning-Kruger effect. Yeah, I just want to say I'm messing it up. And I'm going to stay on it. Let's move on in the book. So I think the cure for that.
Wait a minute, I need to go back.
Oh, I found that thing you was looking for too. You want me to read it now?
Hold on, I want to hear what you want to say.
I need to go back. So I'm flabbergasted. So so first of all, they Mildred. So first of all, they bragged on this foremost leading expert in linguistics and grammar, so to speak, right? And now the foremost leading expert is wrong.
Let's move on to the next example. Absolutely, I didn't say it. We just learned what's going on, though.
But wait a minute. Wait. So I think this leads to a couple of things. So now he's basically giving people a look into the culture and how they perceive certain things, right?
Yeah.
So going down, and so you can say now they're kind of their idea of direction is a little different because it's defined.
Look where the river runs.
Exactly.
Lake Victoria.
And we talked about
Highlands. Yeah,
exactly.
So
on the south is higher altitude, and the north is very low altitude. So that's why the Nile River runs backwards, which is counterintuitive. It actually runs correctly, but to other people, it seems like it runs backwards, right? Because it's running from the south to the north.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with the direction. It has to do with the altitude of the land. And this is what this man is trying to explain, how that is incorporated into the culture, how they define their direction, and that man wrong.
So if you're reading the text and you think they saying south,
he's saying north.
I kept playing it, right? He was saying, was you trying to say they was going down?
Right.
Were they more African?
I got you.
I don't think it was that. They was going towards the Delta, and that gets into that whole thing I was reading yesterday about how Tim could be the Delta too, because that's where he was actually going towards.
But
anyway, I digress.
All right.
That's why I read the expert sources, right, to defeat my Dunning-Kruger. See, I didn't even know I was doing it. I took a step back. I say, whoa. I seen everybody being experts. I'm like, whoa. Not comfortable with this, right? I'm reading this. I'm reading the expert. I don't know about that. Said he argued me down. I don't know. I don't know about that assault. I don't know about that smash. I don't know. And we all said, poof. I ain't going back. Y'all say what y'all want to say. I'm gonna keep giving y'all expert sources. I'm gonna make sure I read them right. I'll put it in Chat GPT to make sure I'm saying what it's saying, and I'm gonna leave my thing right there, yo, because I already know I'm deficient. I already know it, right? And then, if you really think you really reading this thing, I'm really reading it. You really gonna trick yourself now. Go ahead, Mr. Chill, because that's a good one you about to bring up.
Okay, let me Let me see if I can share this. Ooh.
An expert reader. Somebody say we celebrate being an expert reader.
It's definitely hot in here now. That's a big one. Now I gotta go listen to that. But back to
you
the
gotta
show.
listen to that, yo. You ain't gonna get the whole thing. He ain't gonna play it.
The expert is wrong now. This is
Oh,
wild.
he don't know what well, I ain't gonna. He ain't want to say it. He knew he was about to make he couldn't say it. Go ahead.
So this is a section from the book. He's describing what we were just talking about. This is more than some Ivy League smart aleck cracking wise with their professors to take a less rarefied example. A young woman in 2013 took to social media for help with a class assignment. Where she lives or where she was studying, and it's unclear, but she described herself as a future doctor. Troubling. She apparently was tasked with researching the deadly chemical substance sarin, and as she explained to thousands on Twitter, she needed help because she had watched her child while doing her assignment. In minutes, her request was answered by Dan Cazzetta, the director of security counseling firm in London and a tox expert in the field of chemical weapons who volunteered to help her. What happened next transfixed many readers. Jeffrey Lewis, an armed expert in California, captured and posted the exchange online. I can't find the chemical quotation marks. I can't find the chemical and physical properties of sarin gas. Please help me. The student tweeted. Cazzetta offered his help. He corrected her by noting that sarin isn't a gas and that the word should be capitalized. As Lewis later wearily noted, Dan's help met with a welcome sigh of relief from our beleaguered student. Actually, it met with a string of explicitives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, explicitives. Well, I'm not pronouncing it right.
Where you at? Where you at?
Yeah, that's explicitives.
Expletive.
Okay. The student lectured the expert in a gale force storm of outraged ego.
Expletives. Sorry.
Expletive.
Yeah, expletives. Yeah, there it is. Yes, the expletive. It is a gas, you ignorant expletive. Sarin is a liquid. It can evaporate. Shut the expletive up.
Yeah, she cursing y'all out.
Yeah, Cassetta, clearly stunned, tried one more time. Google me. I'm an expert on sarin. Sorry for offering to help. Things did not improve before the exchange finally ended. One small, smug Dartmouth kid and one angry Twitter user could be outliers, but there's certainly extreme examples of trying to deal with students. But faculty, both in the classroom and social media, report these incidents where students take correction as an insult are occurring more frequently.
But I know how smashing them deal with they Dunning-Kruger. Yo, they just say they agree with us. See, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Experts agree with us, right?
The experts agree with us. That's how.
No matter what. No matter what.
That's our research. Then I gotta do a whole show like I did yesterday. Take it back to Sarnetta TV, where you argue me down. I'm trying to tell you, bro, the source is not talking about the definition of Kemet. It's talking about the demarcation. Sheshmu get on there, wild. Sheshmu. Then he reads it himself. And you can see, Smash he got the reading on Sarnetta. And he was, you know how you do the hip hop, and then he started saying the way and he faded. You see him faded, and then he took it. Then he wouldn't even let me finish reading it. I'm trying to tell you, man, this thing could go real easy if everybody just backed up from the YouTube channels, yo, and let the experts speak, yo. We don't even gotta do all this, yo. I'm just cracking jokes. I already know dead man walk. I already know it. as soon as everybody went in their corner and they said, this is my research, this is what I found, the conversation, the competition was clearly over for those who understand, right? But the followers, they caught up in it too. Yeah, y'all ain't look. And then we throw the racism in it. It's called the boy that cries wolf, because when we really need to talk about that, about racism and something, they're not going to listen to us. This is very interesting to me. I suggest everybody read chapter 2. That was very interesting chapter. And it talked about how you can actually get out of it. Step back. It says step back. Metacognition. Juju, you want to go over metacognition again? Chill. Yeah. Can we go back over that again? Because that's what everybody needs to do. I've been stepped back and turned it over to the experts. And we got laughed at for that. Oh, y'all bringing the white expert. Y'all, man, we just bringing the experts.
Yeah. So
I definitely was going to get that in.
yeah, right.
Because it's right. It's right there for all of us to see.
Yeah. So as it turns out, however, the most specific reason that unskilled or incompetent people overestimate their abilities far more than others is because they lack a key skill. This skill is metacognition. And this is the skill that basically, I'm not going to read it verbatim, but you can step back. You can see what you're doing wrong. You can see that you are wrong. Because like, really, like, you know, but they say G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
So if you know that you're wrong, you can take a step back and see where you are wrong. And you can either correct it or you can stand down, right? Especially if you're speaking on something. And I think this is important because I think in another part of the book, it starts to go into, you know, where other people around these people who are suffering from Dunning-Kruger and how they are, how shall I say, lackadaisical in stopping when they know that the person is wrong, because like it gave examples, like for instance, a boss, because you know they know you and they don't want to hurt your feelings, or they don't want you to stop producing. So, you know, they're not going to tell you when you're wrong. But I see a problem in that. And I think that goes into, you know, also we have this society where everybody feel like they want to play victim. Everybody feel like, you know, the world got to cater to them and in a respect, and that you can't even be honest or truthful with people and give constructive criticism without people wanting to cut your head off. That's a problem, right? That's a problem. And the other implication that I thought about wasn't necessarily in the book, but it came from that passage where it's like, you know, the boss, like they don't want to tell you when you're wrong because, you know, you might hurt your feelings or like your family members or whatnot, you know, but that would be a horrible implication in a field like, you know, you being a nurse or whatever, and your friends, because they're your friends, don't want to tell you that you messed up, and your mistake can like literally cost the life of somebody inadvertently. So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of different implications in the book concerning how Dunning-Kruger and your confirmation bias can be a problem, and what we need to do to recognize it, metacognition, and to fix it. That's point blank. That's my piece on it.
I'm going to for those who question my statement, I'm going to actually drop a link that shows heavy marijuana use and confabulation go hand in hand. So people can stop playing around with me.
Wait a minute, Shalomwe. First, I said G.I. Joe because it was G.I. Joe. It came first, and G.I. Jane came next. I know my cartoons. Don't play with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they did a study in 2018. They followed about 1,000 people with heavy marijuana usage. And I'm going to give you the Harvard analysis of it, but you can click the links and get the full report. And it talks about how people who smoke heavy amounts of marijuana tend to create confabulated stories. so we can just get everybody together and get things together. So I mean, I didn't want to have to go through all of that, but since some people just want to push the envelope, I'll go ahead and share the source. But yeah, so
you
I
saying
think I
I've been
might
making
want to
it
knock
up
it
all
off.
this time? No.
So I think we, just wanted to put that out there so people will know that I just didn't pull that out my behind.
Oh God, that's
Golly.
funny.
Is that what that was? Is that what's going? I knew it was something. Just knew it.
It's the marijuana. It's the
Was
weed.
the inkling there. I was like, it was. Go ahead, Miss Tiff. You want to say something?
No, I'm just gonna say you silly. That's all.
What was it? Hey.
Substance abuse and scholarship. No.
Hey,
Is that all marijuana? Is that
smoking
different
while doing scholarship, yo? I bet you that's
It's
not a good thing to
the
do.
medical.
Nah, it's just extensive. It's when you do it for a long period of time. Over time, it starts to alter your cognitive function. And so you begin to create false memories, and it's a wild thing. But they're doing more research into it because as they legalize marijuana, the usage goes up, the potency of the drugs go up, and so then there could be adverse effects. So it's just something out there. They still analyzing it, but I don't want people to think that it's just something I randomly made out of anywhere. So, but the book is.
He said you're making a diagnosis.
No, I'm not making it. I'm not making a diagnosis. I'm saying it's plausible.
Did somebody say a name? I ain't said nobody's name. I ain't said nothing. I just say, yo, smoking while doing scholarship is probably wild.
It would be no different than drinking or doing any type
right,
of
that's what I'm thinking. In my mind, I'm saying, listen, man. I'm saying you not drinking and doing scholarship. You're gonna miss something. You ain't smoking weed and reading, let's say, Metacognition.
Man, I used to do it all the time.
Hold on, and think you put it in its proper context. I don't think you think you're doing that. I don't know. I've been under the influence of marijuana for years. You're a little bit different. Little slightly things kind of dive in and dive out. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're on a good one. When you're on a good one, things dive in and dive out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that the experts I'm relying on is not under the influence. I better hope they would do that when they went home. That's what I'm hoping.
It's a wild thing. I'm waiting to see some of the results from this new study they're doing. I guess because they're using it so much, and I guess the machines, I forget what it's called. It's like a little tube they're using to smoke marijuana with. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like instead of a
bowl.
Nah, not a bowl. It's a little cartridge that you can get. What the heck is that joint?
Vapes.
Called the vape.
Like the vape joints.
The pen. They call them.
Yeah.
Highly concentrated.
I think they're seeing some evidence of extreme lung damage with that now.
Of course.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Yep.
Man.
I feel sorry for these young people out here. They just puffing away.
Listen, man, take it. I done smoked more weed than all y'all ever thought y'all could put together. And I'm telling you, you get the weed cough. I don't even know what it's called. I'm just saying, once a year, I be coughing all the time and all that. I'm telling you, man. So first of all, y'all people is acting like marijuana is well studied, like say alcohol. They just starting to get with it.
Facts.
Right. So let's knock all this off. Let's stop being. Come on, man, and take it from a person that abused all types of drugs. If you're doing it every day, you are abusing it. I'm going to say this again. I don't care if y'all don't like it. If you're doing it every single day, 3, 4, 5 times a day, you are abusing it. I'm telling you, like you cannot drink all day, every day. You can't take pills all day, every day. Can't smoke weed all day, every day. I'm from that mob. Smoke weed all day. Man, you're a different person when you stop smoking. And I know what it feel like not to have no weed for a day. You feel different. Your eating habits change. You be like, oh man, Had to tell my nephew, look, shorty, that's what you're going through, yo. You can't eat because you ain't smoking.
Right?
I ain't saying it's in a scientific journal. I'm
Yeah.
just what I'm trying to tell you is, yo, I know what my body went through. You go through the same thing, withdrawal symptoms. Oh, you ain't withdrawing away. Bullshit.
You do
Your
withdraw
whole mentality is
marijuana.
different. Your attitude is different when you try to stop smoking. And I'm gonna tell y'all
Thank you.
something. The hardest thing I ever had to try to stop doing
It's
was
marijuana.
fucking marijuana. Y'all tripping. I
Cigarettes,
sniffed
actually.
cocaine. I sniffed dope. You know what I'm saying? I took pills. All that.
Nah, cigarettes wasn't the worst for you. I feel
Nah,
like
the
cigarettes was
cigarettes
the
was
worst.
wild. You like to smoke cigarettes after you eat.
Yeah, if cigarettes is the worst
But it
addiction.
was hard. Yeah, that's
Nicotine.
nicotine and smoke.
Yeah,
That's
the nicotine
all
is
of the
Was
shit
it
hard.
Newports? Was you smoking Newports?
Yeah,
Any
that was the
goddamn
worst.
I
And I
smoke
wasn't
anything.
even a heavy. It was like
My
because I
uncle said
couldn't
he
smoke
was smoking
weed.
anything.
smoke
That
any
he didn't
cigarette.
even have
I only could do
Cigarette, yo.
Newport.
have a
Hey, the
cigarette
Newport, I
store.
don't want that.
I was only could do the Newports. I ain't doing none of them
And
cheap cigarettes.
you know what's deep
None
about
of
the
them
whole
Camels.
you know what's deep about the whole Newport thing?
Mm.
That's the worst thing you can
The worst
smoke.
one.
Yeah, because it's
The
the
menthol?
fiberglass.
God.
Yeah, because of
The mall
fiberglass.
girls and the cowboys and without
Cowboy
the,
killers is what they call them.
but that's better to smoke if you're gonna smoke.
That's
First of all, you know, cigarette smoking is wild. And the
why.
way they figured out how that came down, that I'm gonna give y'all a quick one, right? What's the I know I Miss Tiff, I know I sent you a book to read. It was called what's the one? Hold on. Damn, yo. I told you read it, you ran away from it.
He got a dungeon of books under his desk.
Nah, right here, yo. Here you go.
Trick or
Mr.
treatment.
Yeah, it was a trick or
Yeah.
treatment, yo. That might be my next one to do. The trick or treatment.
No,
And
we
so-
want to do the one with the dude that be microdosing heroin and stuff, but he's a college
oh,
professor.
that's where y'all going next. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also said he want to do a situation.
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
what Sosa did.
Yeah, but I'm saying, yo, if you don't, what I mean is you have people who can do certain drugs and don't actually abuse it, whether you realize it or not. Right. But I'm saying everybody can't do it. You're looking at a drug abuser. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I went years and not having a moment of being sober. That's a different way. So if I'm telling you, yo, if you're constantly high, yo, it can't be good, yo. I don't even need to study for that. I'm gonna jump out the window on that, yo. It can't be good. And then try to give some fluent information, yo. Nah, that shit ain't happening. You gonna mix that shit up. You're gonna fumble dumble, mean to say shit you ain't even saying half the time. Nah, dog. Exactly. Alcohol, shrooms, and weed. Yeah, you mix all that shit together, you on niggas stay toasted. And wonder why they're getting their brains blown out. Because you ain't there and you ain't in the game. You halfway out the game.
Read that one.
You know, there are people in high places that smoke weed every day and run businesses. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
They have
Just
people
made that shit up.
businesses.
You're not smoking weed all day, every day, staying high, constantly running old nothing. You ain't running it right. You slipping. Come on, yo. I know what it is. Come on, yo. I've been in the grizzy. I've been in the dirt, in the mud, and I've been around the young teenagers. I've been around. I'm telling you, I've been around. I don't know what the hell is in the weed today. All right. I'm telling you, I've been around young dudes on the corner. All right. And they walk every 3 hours, right, to the weed spot. And they come back to sell a crack. Or whatever the hell is the ready, right? We call it the ready rock, right? And every 2 hours they gone to get another bag and they coming back. And I observed this behavior. All the while, I'm telling you, this I'm strung out. And I'm saying, why I always got to run around looking for y'all when some money coming, some sales coming? Why I got to look for y'all all the time? I say, I know I get high, but I'm present and accounted for around this motherfucker. Why I was like, man, y'all really doing too much. They looked at me like, what, yo? You getting high off the Ready Rock, sniffing dope, drinking Thunderbird and beer, because that was my shot, and some pills, and you telling us about the weed. I said, yo, listen, I done sold all the shit y'all gave me. I can't even find y'all. Y'all missing money. I said, I'm here getting the money, yo. I do my thing. I'm right back at it. Y'all gone for 2, 3, 4 hours. I said, yo, that shit costing y'all. No, it ain't, yo. I said, yo, y'all got a problem. They say, no, we don't. I said, y'all do. I said, I can admit I got a problem, but y'all got a problem. Anything that make you miss money, anything that have you being dysfunctional, y'all always getting locked up and shit. Y'all ain't on par with y'all shit. They argue me down. I said, I tell y'all what. Since y'all think it's just weed, bet. I said, I'm about to sober up around here. Right? I don't know the exact moment, but I'm gonna show y'all something. I said, when I get sober, right? I'm gonna get sober and I'm gonna have y'all buying this shit for me. And y'all gonna know that y'all done fucked up. Y'all gonna know that everything I just told you right now was right and exact. Oh, y'all, OG, you just talking shit, nigga. You ha. I say, I'm telling you, yo, watch how I go. What I'm gonna tell you is I'm gonna pass y'all. Y'all gonna still be on the corner, yo, and I'm gonna pass y'all. Y'all gonna need me. Oh, nigga, get out of here, you talk shit, yo, whatever, nigga. All right. Popped up, got sober. I just had a wild, I got wild one night, drinking Thunderbird, knocked off a half a gallon. It was a fifth. We had 2 fifths. Me and my man Cedric, blessed, may the force be with him. He ain't with us no more. He did. Knocked down the first joint. This nigga falls out. I'm like, what? Get up, nigga. We on the second one, right? Then a homeboy that I know came up. He's like, look at you, yo. Y'all drinking. He falling out and shit. Look at y'all, yo. He say, look at y'all, man. He say, dog, you need that shit. I was like, what, nigga? I don't need that shit, nigga. He said, I remember you used to get money. I said, I don't need that shit. And I threw the bottle down. The proof to him. It was full. The shit splashed up on him. He was like, yo, I should fuck you up. I was like, what, nigga? I ain't got high since. That's close to 30 years. So anyway, I get back to the young niggas. I don't tell nobody I ain't getting high. I ain't smoking no weed. I ain't smoking no cigarettes. I ain't drinking no beer. I ain't drinking no Thunderbird. I ain't taking no pills. I ain't sniffing no heroin. I ain't sniffing no coke. I ain't mixing all that shit together and doing it because that's how you should do it. I ain't doing shit. Out there with the young niggas. We kicking it. Yeah. I'm drinking my water. I ain't told nobody shit. 1 week go by. I'm chilling. Doing my thing. Right? And I built my thing up. That's another story. I don't feel like getting to that. But anyway, I went back to them niggas. Yo, can we get sunshine? I said, what I tell y'all niggas? Y'all still in the corner, yo? And y'all was smoking weed. Y'all still doing the same shit, smoking weed, being gone. I said, I don't even know if I want to fuck with y'all now. Oh, come on, OG. So I'm telling y'all, all y'all thinking that the weed is just some easy shit that's going on in the lives of black people. Nah, nigga, y'all better relook at that shit, dog. Relook at that. Don't get tricked out your time while on planet Earth. Don't stay high. I'm saying control that shit. Take your time with that thing. You know what I mean? Don't abuse it.
Right.
Doing it every day, all day. That is called you are abusing it, and your body will tell on you. That's why drug matches for the damn day.
That's what I'm talking about. I just want to. That was
back to the book, but I'm just trying to show y'all like that's the value of having somebody that's a little bit older that's been through it, right? The young kids think the weed shit is fun. It's fun time. It's actually not. They go from weed, the pills, you know what I'm saying, and then you catch that habit with the syrup, right? It's a gateway. Not saying everybody gonna do that, but that's how they doing it now, yo. They not only just smoking weed, they got the syrup thing going, they got the pills going, the Molly, whatever the hell they got going.
That's Betty. It's fentanyl. That's why
people be spraying the weed. You can't even trust the weed
bombing
no more.
fluid, formaldehyde.
Man, come on, you can't trust none of that, yo. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say though, I know people are putting their anecdotal concerns. Oh, my lawyer smoked weed all the time. My lawyer did this and this and that.
You got a bum lawyer. Get away from him.
And so also these stories are so. Let's get back to it. When scientists do studies, they do them based on populations. They don't deal with anecdotals. So what you're talking about is anecdotal. What we're talking about is what the research says, and that's by population, meaning that most people are going to have an adverse effect more than versus a positive one. And I think y'all missing the point, but go off.
No, they ain't read the studies, yo. If
Yeah.
yo, they got some studies out there, yo. We're gonna do a weed show. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a scientific weed show. How about that? We want everybody like to smoke weed. I want to have a conversation with you. Go tell the science. Let me share the screen, though.
Yeah, beers for peasants. I said that, and I might have spelled that wrong, but look what it did to the Africans. Shoot, we went enslaved because of them trying to make rum and stuff. Like, for real.
They drunk plenty beer in Egypt, medicinal purposes. Go ahead.
It's still for peasants.
Let me know if you can hear it.
Still anecdotal, Weasel. We don't hear it. I don't drink, Tony. Can't hear it.
And man, say unlike sports competition, where it's evident. If you keep losing every game and getting blown out, yo, it's evident, yo, you don't know what you're doing. Right there. All right, hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
Tony, we're talking about drugs, period, sir. Liquor included.
Alcohol is a drug.
Pick the stuff we're saying here. Come on, y'all are so smart, especially you. So you should have already, caught up.
Say beers for peasants, yo. You ain't drinking. That is funny.
To avoid saying they're bad.
Hold on. All right, let's see.
As it turns out, however, the more specific reason that unskilled or incompetent people overestimate their abilities far more than others is because they lack a key skill called metacognition. This is the ability to know when you're not good at something by stepping back, looking at what you're doing, and then realizing that you're doing it wrong. Good singers know when they've hit a sour note. Good directors know when a scene in a play isn't working. Good marketers know when an ad campaign is going to be a flop. Their less competent counterparts, by comparison, have no such ability. They think they're doing a great job. Pair such people with experts, and predictably enough, misery results. The lack of metacognition sets up a vicious loop in which people who don't know much about a subject don't know when they're in over their head talking with an expert on that subject.
Huh? They don't know. Can I play a clip of somebody that don't know when they're in trouble?
I know this was fun for you. I know you was like, oh, we got him.
Can I play a clip? Somebody talking to an expert, don't know what they in over their head. The response is, huh, that's our research. Bullshit.
Yo, you're funny, bro. Oh my God.
How? We can't escape it.
Mm-hmm.
We can't escape it, Juju. We try hard to escape it around here.
We are.
We do. We try to escape it, but they won't let us. They keep dragging us back in.
Us. No, let me stop. Sure. Every time we go in the rabbit hole to drag you out, boy. Oh my God.
Oh, hell no. Damn. Let me see.
Yo,
let me see.
you horrible. You are. Oh my God.
Let me get one. Let me get one. You in over your head, you playing experts, and they're not agreeing with what you're saying, so you say
groups, right?
I know.
Example, because it
Right.
And again, what I would say is going on here, because this is an interesting example.
Hey, watch him. Watch the expert go over the head. Look, the expert going right over his head. Shoom. Shoom.
And that new Bugatti. fast than a motherfucker.
Gonna explain some shit we done all heard everybody explain. Oh shoot. Damn, GG.
Don't I ain't do nothing.
Hold on, let me do that. Look, watch. Gonna explain, watch that. Gonna explain some shit that we didn't look, we didn't heard everybody explanations on the Bulls. We have definitely heard everybody's explanation on that. There is no getting out of that. Hold on. There's no getting out of the Black Bulls. We done heard Reggie Black Bullets half to death, yo. You can't trick us on this one.
Oh boy.
Can't act like nothing. Let's see. Here you go. Here we go. Death to expertise.
Interesting example because and again what I would say is going on here, because this is in the Temple of Ramses III, and so basically what he's trying to do, what it's in his interest of doing, is to show control, because he's the one that's holding the leashes of all of these cattle, that he's kind of in control of all the different ethnicities or breeds of cattle, just as he is in control of all the different peoples that might live in the world.
So stop. He just broke it down like Bible read.
He did not break it down like Bible.
Oh my God.
He did not. He did not. He did not.
Your Honor, I object.
That's funny. Oh God.
Reggie said the Black Bulls was talking about the black people.
Man,
this man said the variations of different bulls was, was showing that the Pharaoh had control over the different variations of bulls, just like he had control over the different ethnic groups of people. That's what the expert said. Oh,
penalty.
What tangle where we weave when we get the practice to deceive.
Right.
All right, that's the thing. He got to step back. Hey, Shoulder, you got to step back, yo. You got to do the meta, what's it called? Metacognition thing, yo. Yeah. Everybody step back and do the metacognition thing.
Metacognition with the meta nature matter.
Yeah, that's what we all going to do. Yeah, everybody, if you read the meta nature, yo, step back. You're illiterate. You can't read the meta nature. Man, ain't nobody never say they couldn't read it. Yo, what we saying is, yo, is what you do with it after you read it. Your translations is all over the place. They're incoherent. They're not matching up with the social construct. And so I'm having fun right now, but I'm saying we can end these arguments real easy, man. Let the experts come on. Don't talk over after you did the presentation with them. Let it rock and let's have fun. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. We're all over our head. We just got to know that, yo. We on YouTube. We do the best we can. It's novice, right? But you know what I'm not going to do? This I'm not going to do. And I know y'all can hear me clearly in that damn audience. What I'm not going to do is let a bunch of people, right, who acting like they smart and they really are, yo, do me like they be trying to do me, yo. That go for Jabari. That go for Say Cool. They go for Smash Whack Wellington. That goes for Assad. They go for all of them. I'm not going to let them do that, yo. Not to me, yo. Go find somebody else to do that to. Not me. Not going to do it. Y'all work too hard to make sure y'all get good, solid material that y'all can actually present to your daggone family and feel comfortable with it. As a matter of fact, I give you the material. You can go show it to your family. You can read it to them, and you can have discussions around it. So I ain't going to let a bunch of people playing expert do me like that, yo, and then do our community like that. But we can just get right to it, yo. I've experienced being on the fringes of a damn cult, right? And they take advantage of our ignorance of subjects, yo. So I'm not going to come in here, spend the last 14, 15 years, yo, and let people just continue. I'm not doing it. I don't got to be friends with none of them. Y'all be friends with them. I ain't coming here for friendships. See, that's the difference between me. I can poop. Yo, y'all used to be cool. Used to be.
Right.
I don't got mend no fences. That has no value to me. What has value, the reason I've spent time away from my beautiful family, from my friends on this motherfucker for 14 years. Reason I was here to make sure that nobody would end up following wild, crazy information. That we could get close as possible to understanding what the damn standard was. I come into an environment, people ain't even know what the standard was. Standard
Right.
was Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemming.
Oh my God. The man that told y'all to paint your houses lead during COVID. Think about that.
Nation of Islam was the standard information. Stinky Inky. Ali Muhammad, that was the standard. Red pill, blue pill, that was the standard. The champ is here, Jabari. Oh, you hating on Jabari? I ain't hating on Jabari. That's what people say. Well, really? I'm saying, yo, making that shit up in front of y'all face. So, you know, I ain't gonna get white hot on here. I'm just saying, yo, like, hey, this is a great book, yo. This book, you know, will actually help us, will help transform the group to make sure we stay solid, yo.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Who is this guy rated? The community of what? Spectators say y'all lost the argument. But I bet you won't hit that link though.
Of course
Talk
he
about
not.
this book.
I told him we had time today.
Yeah, of course we lost the argument because of what? There's in the chat that we know we lost the book. We didn't get the
confirmation bias. We've been
confirmation bias. That's why. As we
Dunning-Kruger.
Dunning-Kruger. Of course we lost it by the spectators, the non-experts. Of course.
Y'all just said the expert was wrong. So if he can't win, how the hell is we supposed to win? Y'all not even making no sense right now. That's wild.
Oh man. They say big up to Virginia. Yeah. I bet you don't hit that. I bet you don't hit that link though. You chatty in the patty. We don't pay. He ain't hit nobody cash app. He don't need zero to be on that, yo. He ain't did nothing. He's negative. Right? He's negative. He has nothing. He actually has nothing.
But they love it over here. He over here. He should be somewhere.
And then the way you type it, I pretty much see who
his turn and stuff like that. But you're over here.
We're gonna let you
laughing at our damn jokes. You say are whack.
Yeah, he over here though. He here though. I ain't over there. I ain't where you at. I ain't on your channel though. Barely like a can. I ain't on your channel listening to you. Yeah. Matter of fact, this is the most activity you had in years. Flash on the screen, say your name. Come on, man. All right, so hold on, Juju. Let me get you.
Want me to put it back?
Yeah. I want to get you the part of the book where we get into the confirmation bias. So. I think this is gonna be good, and we can end it right there with the confirmation bias. Unless y'all want to add something to it. Hold on.
Why are you finding it? No, I'll stay with you. It's labeled, I believe, isn't it? It's so quiet. Uh-oh. King Sosa in the building. Confirmation bias because you knew this already. I'm gonna start. Let me read this piece. So I said,
because I was great. Play the book.
Oh, go ahead. Play the book, there.
Yeah, we gotta get that off there. Hold on. Shoot. Right here. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh,
see?
we not gonna touch on that conspiracy theories.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just know when I done ran out of ammo once I get you the I couldn't get past the daggone confirmation, but it was so wild to me, yo. I was like, God, here you go.
Failing to make a logical argument. In short, the expert is frustrated and the layperson is insulted. Everyone walks away angry. Even more exasperating is that there is no way to educate or inform people who, when in doubt, will make stuff up. Dunning described the research done at Cornell as something like a less flamboyant version of Jimmy Kimmel's bit. And it proved the comedian's point that when people have no idea what they're talking about, it doesn't deter them from talking anyway.
Man, how many people we got like that to just make shit up? You gotta say, come on, yo, you don't even know the subject we talking about, yo. You just making shit up. What's going on, Sosa?
Shit, man, what's good? What's good? I see y'all do like Omar Fraser the death of next.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Repeat that. You was going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, I see y'all doing like Omar Fraser, the death of expertise. Yeah, so I'm tuning in.
That's funny, right? You saw when he the death of expertise. Yeah, we took it in. It's good. The Nexpert. Dang right. And I'm gonna say this one more time. I'm gonna leave the chat alone, but you talking about the spectators, y'all the spectators in the conscious community. I wouldn't brag because that ain't a flex, homie. Get it together. But go ahead, Bobby.
You said 1 second, but yeah, but now that the experts done showed up, we done brought some on Smash, done brought some on.
Right.
You've seen the conversation is getting way more cleaner now.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't too much of the, you know what I mean, all the other stuff's dying down now because not all the experts that spoke. We brought him on and he brought his on. So he ain't brought nobody on that's saying anything different than the people we brought on. You know what I'm saying? So
nothing different. He's actually
so it shouldn't be too much more.
I appreciate y'all going live because I was looking for something and these niggas talking about Easter. I don't want to talk about this shit. Big up Virginia.
Sunday night with Cool Joe.
What did he say?
I said Sunday night with Cool Joe, man. Big up Virginia.
I said I don't want to talk about everybody was talking about. I don't want to talk about it.
Talk about what? We
Easter.
I said, I went to other. I'm giving you props, bro. I'm not trying to be contentious at all. I'm coming up here out of love, bro.
What?
I'm coming up here with love. I'm not coming up here to be contentious.
You say you coming up here with Bud?
Love.
That Bud Light? That Bud Light.
Bobby Banger, you're just too.
I drink Heineken. I don't drink Bud Light. I ain't drinking American beer. Some shit.
Joe, don't
unless it's a good IPA. You know what I mean?
I drink Heineken. Come to think of it, I'll have a Heineken.
Yeah, that's right.
Lord,
you're not wrong. I was drinking Heineken too.
I like Heineken too.
Now, that my
Heineken
I like Bex. I like IPA, and I like a
pause. We ain't finna do no show on beer.
No, we ain't doing it. We just, I like it. Anyway, here you go. All right, let's finish this off right here. Here we go. All right, here we go.
But there's not much we can do about a fundamental characteristic of human nature. Not everyone, however, is incompetent, and almost no one is incompetent at everything. What kinds of errors do more intelligent or agile-minded people make in trying to comprehend complicated issues? Not surprisingly, ordinary citizens encounter pitfalls and biases that befall experts as well. Confirmation bias, because you knew this already. Confirmation bias is the most common and easily the most irritating obstacle to productive conversation, and not just between experts and laypeople. The term refers to the tendency to look for information that only confirms what we believe, to accept facts that only strengthen our preferred explanations, and to dismiss data that challenge what we already accept as truth. We all do it, and you can be certain that you and I and everyone who's ever had an argument with anyone about anything has infuriated someone else with it. For example, if we think left-handed people are evil, it's where the word sinister comes from, after all. Every left-handed murderer proves our point. We'll see them everywhere in the news, since those are the stories we will choose to remember. No amount of data on how many more right-handed killers are on death row will sway us. Every lefty is proof. Every righty is an exception. Likewise, if we've heard Boston drivers are rude, the next time we're visiting Beantown, we'll remember the ones who honked at us or cut us off. We will promptly ignore or forget the ones who let us into traffic or waved a thank you. For the record, in 2014, the roadside assistance company AutoVantage rated Houston the worst city for rude drivers.
Man, I think that's the undefeatable one right there. You would have to have a situation where you was filled with confirmation bias and then get out that situation, then look back on it to understand what you're doing. So like I said, being on the fringes of a cult, right? Malachi York and them. I had extreme confirmation bias, right? The black algae, everything was blacked out in review. Everything was blacked out. And the white man was the devil and everything they did was wrong, right? My biases was all in the game and I could not get around that. It is not until I stepped out that situation. We've been in the conversation for 3 years now. And those who've not sharpened up their conversation and gotten better at what they're doing completely suffer from confirmation bias. The black Egypt, anytime you think you hear a word black, you fit it in the way you want to fit it in. You're confirming your biases. You don't care to know the truth. You don't care to you can't. I don't think it's going to take some wild circumstances for people to actually break that. That was a wild situation that the federal government had to charge up on the land and close it down, right? For me to get away from my confirmation biases and realize that I was biased, right? And that started my trip to scientific literacy right there. But how many people going to have extreme cases like that? We have YouTube channels, people cheer you on in the chat. That's why I call it the peanut gallery. Nowhere knowing who those people are for real. Right? Not unless they come on here and cam up and you have intelligent conversation with them. People can come on here and say any damn thing just to get a rise. Right? And so, they confirm your biases when they say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, there you go. That expert did say that. They confirm it. It's the confirmation bias. So let's continue on. What you got, Sosa, for that confirmation bias? I know we've been going through it, bro.
Yeah, that's why you need a healthy room of pros and cons in your arguments, bro. You need people that's arguing against what you're arguing, and then somebody's arguing for, and then you get to hash out the details and figure out, okay, what's accurate? Okay, yeah, that means this. Okay, well, I got something that means this. You know what I'm saying? But if you only have a group that's only looking for one thing, then you're only going to find that one thing you're looking for, and you're going to ignore all the rest. You know what I'm saying? It's like the when the phone rings and you're like, oh, it's my sister. And you pick up the phone like, yeah, well, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Your brain don't calculate how many times you thought it was your sister, and it wasn't. It only records it don't record the misses. You feel me? It only gets the time you get it right. So it's the same thing with confirmation bias. When you bias towards things, you only see the things that support your arguments. You tend to overlook the things that go against your argument because you're only looking to confirm what you already believe.
That's a fact. So yeah, you got with a billion like a king. Yeah, I want to be on you. It said you still biased. You just switched teams, my guy. Crazy as hell. Switch teams from what to what? Oh man, I can go back 6, 7, 8 years, man. Strictly calling the Egyptians African. I don't want to have to pull it up. It's easy work to pull it up.
On the Rock Squad, you definitely weren't calling them black.
Nah, nope. I can pull up on you. So it is. I ain't switching up. The problem is
the thing is, even if the person was saying it was black and they changed, then that means that's not confirmation bias. I mean, you saw something. You say, you know what? That's inaccurate. I'm changing that. That's the opposite of confirmation bias. So either way, it's still a loser. It's a loser argument. It's like
I gave people my moment of change. I can tell you when I changed. I was listening to Metacognition, and I put it on my channel. Put the video on my channel and say, why is he saying this? Damn. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right, man.
I want to read part of the text, something that I found it's in the cognitive bias part. Well, it's in the Dunning-Kruger part.
Okay.
But it's so unique. It's fascinating. Mm-hmm. It's from the actual studies that they were doing about the Dunning-Kruger. It's not a single study, it's multiple studies, and they kind of like changed the variables involved in it. And from one of them, he came with this one right here. I want to read this little part. This is Dunning describing it. In our work, we surveyed respondents if they are familiar with certain technical concepts from physics, biology, politics, and geography. A fair number claimed familiarity with genuine terms such as centrifugal force and photon. But interesting, They also claim some familiarity with concepts that are entirely made up, such as plates of parallax, ultralipid, and chlorine. In one study, roughly 90% claim some knowledge of at least one of the 9 fictitious concepts we asked them about.
Nuts.
Man.
That was good, though. That was a good experiment. They
It
made up
was.
these things, and people still claim to know something about it, and these things don't even exist.
Yeah, that was crazy. That part of the book was crazy. Where they give you something, you start saying, yeah. Yeah, I know, I understand that. It ain't even real.
Not even real. And so, that the Dunning-Kruger, the confirmation bias, we can all easily fall victim to it. Before we go, I want to read a quote from a fantasy novel when it's talking about people, right? And the quote is one of my it's wild. It's one of the quotes that I keep rehearsing in my mind to help me remember not just what other people are, but to try to ensure, at least to some degree, that I'm not going to be victimized, like to stay vigilant in there. And it has to do with humanity as a whole. So I'm gonna read it later on. Y'all continue.
Yeah, but that's what the scientific method is for.
Correct.
It's to rule out confirmation bias. That's the purpose of the scientific method, to rule out confirmation bias. So whenever you're doing your research, whether scientific or not, you still apply the method, and the method is to rule out bias because we're wired like he just spoke about in the book. Most people, right, can confirm the confirmation bias. So it's our brains are wired for confirmation bias. So the scientific method is to rule out confirmation bias. So.
Correct. Yeah, I think this book is pretty awesome. I don't know if I can find it, but I had read that piece about pessimism. Let me see if I can find it. But one part in here about our biases, period, is the doctor and his patient. And it was giving the background, talking about the AIDS epidemic and how things are actually counterintuitive to the reality. Like people had this fear of people with AIDS and different things like that, or just catching AIDS, dying from it, whatnot. And the doctor was asking her these logical questions. Is like, well, do you fear getting in the car and driving cross country? And of course the answer was like no. And then he was like, well, you have a better chance of dying doing that than ever catching AIDS. So those are some things we can think about in everyday life. But still, the other part of it is, what is it? Irrational optimism versus irrational fear, and how we're geared to, or it seems to be that it's geared, but how we usually practice irrational fear rather than irrational optimism. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Maybe we can get it into more. And it explains going into confirmation bias is also a kind of survival mechanism. What it says, good things come and go, but dying is forever. So your brain doesn't much care about all those other people who survived a plane ride or a one-night stand. They're not you. Your intellect operating on limited or erroneous information is doing its job, trying to minimize any risk to your life, no matter how small. And when we fight confirmation bias, we're trying to correct for a basic function, a feature, not a bug of the human mind. I thought that was a powerful statement, though.
Right, like it's you're more likely to die in a car accident, but more people are afraid of flying planes.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. So, but they more fear that, and that's also spoke about in Steven Pinker's book, in Enlightenment Now. You know,
Mhm.
so like when you watch the news, well, the news only reports bad things.
Right.
So you tend to think that all these bad things are happening, right? Well, if nothing bad happened, then there wouldn't be no news, right? You don't report like nothing happened today. So what would you? There would be no news stories about it. So everything you see is just tragedy, crash. So you tend to think that the world is filled with tragedy, but most of the time, right? When like say somebody gets attacked in your neighborhood, well, there have been 6 or 7 months when nobody got attacked in your neighborhood. So then it happens 3 times, and you're like, oh my God, my neighborhood is full of people that's attacking people, because you see the news story happen that few times. But in general, like even school shootings, these things rarely happen. You know what I'm saying? In totality. But we think that it's an epidemic of school shooting. Oh my God, they're killing kids. But in reality, that's not really what's happening.
He spoke on that when he gave that Raymond synopsis in this chapter, talking about, Raymond was, what is it, Tom Cruise and Robert De Niro? Who played Raymond? I think it was Robert De Niro.
No, it was not Robert De Niro.
No,
it was Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Who played Rain Man?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, and so he was saying how, he was severely autistic, and one of his things is that he knew the statistics for like every plane crash, and they needed to go somewhere, and so they were saying like, well, what would made you comfortable to get on this plane? And I don't know if I can find it, but I forgot what it was called, but it was Opium or something like that. And Opium is basically an airline in Australia, and they're in America. But in his mind, that is the only airplane company that never had a crash. And of course, being that it was in Australia, that they just took a car. And again, it reiterates the fact I already told about taking a car is actually more risky than carrying a plane. But his mind couldn't see that and couldn't see it that way. But I like the point that the confirmation bias is for survival. So I think it helps us better understand the implication. And that's why I brought up the part about the believing brain, and just our, how shall I say, our primitive brain, I guess that's a better word, and how we're always working against it, because the things or the mechanisms that were in place for us to survive, we may not need all of them the same way we needed them, 250,000 years ago, and so forth.
Let's say I'm working on a...
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to put this. I'm gonna put this in the back chat for y'all too. Private chat. All right, it's a good video right here to watch.
Look at the chat going on mamas. Why nobody don't talk about daddies?
I hit the wrong button. We all live comfortably in our own delusions.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Everybody does.
Yeah, I agree to that. Yeah, that's why we use scientific articles, the shit that make you uncomfortable. They don't, mamas in there, but they don't, man. Y'all can have it.
Everybody talk about their mama. Nobody talk about daddies.
No, y'all gotta read this comment first by Afro Ninja. That's where it started, I think. Y'all funny.
But who is the battling like a king? Is that like he's just having fun?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I think it's Abo, but
oh yeah, we're gonna get all the flack. We want to smoke.
No, balling like a king. That's dang on Cujo.
That's you, Cujo?
No, it ain't.
Not Cujo.
I'm
you?
Big Virginia, nigga. Ain't no. Don't call nobody else.
No, Cujo. Yeah, I see. My bad. I thought that.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't do
Hey, wouldn't ball like he was just up here, wouldn't he?
No, Cujo's up here. No,
I'm right here.
I thought I saw balling like a king. His avatar up here for a minute.
No, you did not.
Nah,
I don't do the cap letters.
You want to hit that link?
Ridiculous.
He start talking about he got thick skin. Come get
I
it.
ain't got no thick skin. You don't even know what you're talking about. Probably can't put together a sentence.
Hey, I'm gonna pull up on Smash one time, and I'm gonna I just want to know, like, I want to know, bro. Do we get anything right, bro? Like, you don't give it up. Smash don't play fair, bro. He don't play fair, man. Like, he don't give you no props on.
So-
You know what I'm saying? We be like, yo, you got that right. Yeah, you good at that. We're not saying that. Smash don't give
No,
us
he
no
agrees
props.
with everything we said though. Now,
What?
you can play the
Yo.
video. They say I told you. That's been my research.
So we had Dunning-Kruger. So it was all right. That's good. It was us. We were suffering from
It
Dunning-Kruger.
was us.
We think that they were saying something else, but let alone.
No,
Smash gave a whole schmeal on how he wasn't talking about the people. Remember that?
yeah, that's not Dunning-Kruger. That's confabulation. Sosa.
Gaslight.
Oh, okay. I see what his problem. Put his link up there. What's going on, Chill? Yeah, Charles Darwin is trash. What about that sentence? Yeah, I get it, bro.
I'm slightly offended that you thought that was me talking like that. So you
I
are
think it's okay.
dealing with Shad.
My fault. Big up, Virginia.
Big up
Yo,
dealing with
you
Shad.
trying to set Cujo off, Sosa?
Yeah. Balin think human beings dove out the sun,
Right.
or from the mushroom in the Middle East.
Well,
Yo.
didn't actually do.
The Sosa.
In the Garden of Eden, humans popped out the rib.
Oh my God.
That's where you at with it, bro. Yeah, I get it. I see what your issue is now.
Yeah.
You're incoherent. We get it. You're very incoherent.
You weren't here earlier, Sosa, but we was listening to a part where they were saying that they didn't even agree with the expert. So if they can't agree with everything the expert is saying, how you think they're gonna agree with anything we're saying, Sosa?
Oh.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah, they disagree. They disagree all of them. Rebecca Wang, they disagree with everybody.
Yeah,
The
right.
one they just had. They
disagree with them, and they agree with us. It's crazy. They agree with us, and I disagree.
It's right.
I don't know.
God, this is too much.
I think we got a lot of clarity, bro. Yeah.
I think it's just human existence. I think you can find this across the board, not just with the Egypt conversation, with everything. You just find these. I think he gave a great example. He said he was talking about the TV show Cheers, and how you had that one guy in Cheers, Cliff, who could answer every question, be dead wrong and everything about it, but he just had that just come out and say it. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? But then he said with the advent of the internet, you now get all the clips together and it gets crazy. It just goes plumb wild. Now you got the people who used to say wild things while drinking beer on the corner now got a podcast. And now their message is just traveling throughout the globe, and they find another people who have the same ideas, and now
they hooked up. It's
tragic.
Really, it's tragic now, yo. Same ideas, and and I seen it grow, yo. I seen it growing, yo. I seen it growing. I remember when YouTube used to play videos on it. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, DQ, you just come from church, man. You went to church late night?
Mm-hmm.
I went to early morning sunrise service, waiting for Jesus to resurrect. Then I realized it's supposed to be Monday because it's 3 days, and 3 days from Friday is Sunday.
I've been selling burning bushes all day. That's what I've been
Burning
selling.
bushes. That's funny. Yo.
$35 for the burning bush. Yo, it ain't gonna stop burning. Yo, put it in your house. Take it.
Oh my God. It's just instant, y'all. It's just instant.
Oh, shit. What did I just say, Gigi, before that? What the hell did I just say?
I forgot. The book was good.
So did he ever release a complete audio or no?
No, it's not happening right now. It's gonna happen one day.
They're talking about praise God.
Gotta go back and figure out if I don't know. Yeah, I'll tell you offline. Yep. It's interesting, man.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know. So I don't know. I mean, you know, for my money, man, I think the experts have actually spoken. I got a couple more interviews with a couple more Egyptologists, so got that good one coming up, Sosa. Got that good one coming, yo.
It's gonna be hot. It'll be hot. It'll be hot by then.
Got a couple good Egypt times is coming up, yo. Got a couple good ones coming up.
That is gonna be fun.
Couple good ones coming up. We just get them. We can have about 30 Egypt tiles just talking to them. See where they at. Yeah, one. And you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, because I like the way he had on the screen was talking about the races of social construct. He kind of just talked right over that. Dude explaining this whole race concept. He kind of just talk right all over that part. Like,
start talking over. The man said you mean down there with the Africans?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Did you hear that part?
Yeah.
Oh, he just ain't say nothing to him. What you mean? So what's the recipe? Anyway, but yeah, he talked all over the man saying, yo, don't use colorisms.
Right.
Didn't do none of that.
Right.
That's our research. I was like, God,
right. Because one thing they can't say they wasn't saying is that because he's even said it to me, like because Osiris was black. That's what he said. Osiris was black. That they saw divinity in black skin. That's what he said. Right now, if he say he ain't said that, maybe I have to put the army on that. Go get that clip out now. I know he specifically told me that personally. He told me that personally. That's why he said because Osiris had black skin, so they saw divinity in having black skin. And he said, ain't you? He said, don't you want the God to look like you? That's what he said. So.
Read that right there.
That's a silly concept.
Yeah, but he said that's why they paint us. That's why it's not black. Yeah. Well, y'all need to bring on reading comprehension expert to react to smash ready. Hey, I missed that clip. I missed that clip about the black bull. I got to go back and catch that one. Dude spoke on the black bull.
Yeah, you want me to play it again?
I missed that part.
I ain't got nothing else better to do.
What Reggie say about it?
Nothing like Reggie. You know how Reggie do. Reggie know how to escape clause. He got an escape clause. Well.
Don't do Reggie. Well,
doesn't agree. You know what I mean? There's other experts.
Different people have different ideas of certain things. You know,
he get an expert. Talking about the black bulls, Lady in Bitterman.
Example, because and again, what I would say is going on here, because this is in the Temple of Ramses III. And so basically what he's trying to do, what it's in his interest of doing, is to show control, because he's the one that's holding the leashes of all of these cattle, that he's kind of, in control of all the different ethnicities or breeds of cattle, just as he is in control of all the different peoples that might live in the world.
So stop. He just broke it down like Baba Reggie. The callous people.
What? The callous people?
Oh my God. So I think when he the one who went further to say that these is the different ethnicities. So y'all know cattle ain't got ethnic groups, right?
It's Baba Reggie.
Hey, do y'all see the leashes on the bulls though? Do y'all see that? Can y'all actually see this stick?
I got
the screen ain't sharing the thumbnails up.
It is sharing.
All right, there you go. Share it now. Make it big. Do the full
screen. Now I see it. Yeah.
Make the full screen, Juju, make the full screen.
Okay, yeah. Before I didn't even notice the leashes on it. I just saw the
leashes, yo. That's actually some leashes, and he got all the bulls.
Oh, you need the whole. Okay, because you need the whole script. You only got that little piece, so you don't see the.
Yeah, yo. He's holding a leash with all the bulls, man. Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, because Reggie was talking about the sacred herd.
The herd is people, all that. Dang.
Sacred herd.
Hey, man, ain't say that, man.
Idea that people 3,000 years ago had our same opinions on what we call race is fucking ridiculous. From now,
It's ridiculous.
I mean, there's no other way to look at it. Seriously. And then you're trying to pull from that perspective to throw our current perspective on it is ridiculous. I certainly agree with that.
Yeah, I think
but I
even
do
broke
say
that
at the
down.
same time that them niggas was Africans, and I roll
Yeah,
with
of
that.
course.
I've been on that shit for about 12 years now.
I think dude broke that down. He explained like
Big up Virginia.
You either foreigner or you're not. Like, foreigner to the south, foreigner to the north. It didn't have to do anything with color or not. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nubians were foreigners, the Asiatics were foreigners. You know what I'm saying? They just looked at them as you're foreign or not. Either you're Egyptian or you're not. Same thing with a Roman. Are you a Roman or are you not a Roman? It was simple back then. And that dude, so that white guy, that's Stuart Smith? That's what that is? You might go mute, Ark, if you're saying something.
I was getting the clip right. Which one are you talking about? Yeah, that's Stuart Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that clip. I'm gonna find
he the one the video I watched. He does the I saw him in the cultural entanglement. The Nubian Egyptian video, cultural entanglement.
Yeah, he ain't talking that shit. Man, come on now. I've seen on some of his personal web page. I seen him say Black Africans, right? But when he's standing up in front of some scholars, he ain't running none of that. he's giving it to him like you know what I mean? He ain't running none of that. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, Stuart Smith did a good job on that. I think it was oh man, let me see. All right, let me play this clip for 5 years. This is a 5 year ago clip right here, yo. Hey, keep us on some time restraint too. We don't want to go super long.
That time has passed. You got 7 more minutes then.
It's 5 years ago. Y'all can see this. It's 5 years ago. 5 years ago. That's on the Raw Squad channel. Does Kemet mean black people? Hold on. Yeah, that's 5 years ago. Y'all see that, right? See that, Juju?
Yeah, Xavier University.
Yeah,
right.
I think didn't I put this in the chat?
No, here you go. 5 years ago. This clipped up.
No. Yes, I did.
From Clip 'em.
Go ahead.
Right. Omar Reed. Here you go. Let's see.
So look, we can get into that a little later.
So all right, hold on. Freeze that. So Wooja, give me your take on the place name. Can it be defeated? Can it mean if it's a place name? Can it now have something to do with a person? Does it mean a person? I mean, what precedence does this play? What you know what I'm saying? Once it's a place name, then what? Let's get that straight.
Okay, so I got to go back to Asar's pointing out the source of the two hypotheses. Remember, one hypothesis is that Kemet means black land, and the other hypothesis is Kemet means black people. Well,
okay, so we don't need nobody to tell us it's an ongoing debate. We've been saying that. Look, ongoing debate since at least the 1960s on the meaning of the place name, Kemet. All right, so don't let nobody trick y'all into saying, yeah, yo, I told y'all. Nah, yo, everybody know that to read this. You go.
The fact that Kemet, and I'm showing this back on the screen again, the fact that Kemet is a place name completely eliminates hypothesis 2 right from the start.
So what's a hypothesis 2 mean? Black people. So we already knew it didn't mean black people. We never was going down that route. Simple. Right there on the screen. Eliminates it out the gate. Can't mean black people because it's a what? It's a place name.
I mean, but if we understand history, why would people call themselves black people? You don't have any reference of the Greeks calling themselves white people, nor the Romans calling themselves white people. I mean, we're taking the construct that we have now and trying to superimpose it on these people that lived a few thousand years ago. And that's ridiculous in and of itself.
All right, let's finish the clip. Absolutely, I agree with you.
So the argument on hypothesis 2 goes out the window and is eliminated even before you begin the conversation. because it at no time does a place name refer to or describe people. And people have to understand that words are not the objects themselves. Like if I say the word elephant, the word itself is not the elephant. It's a nomen, which is Latin, that means name or noun. And so it is referring to an object. So a place name refers to places, not people. So hypothesis 2 is eliminated right at the start. The moment you say place name or toponym, which is the geographical nomenclature for it, a toponym, once you say that, it eliminates hypothesis 2. And therefore, it really only leaves a discussion about hypothesis 1. So that's to answer your question. Nobody can get around that. Nobody can get around that. And you know, we've given examples. So let me just give a quick example real quick. So a lot of people are familiar or know or have driven on streets named after people, such as Martin Luther King Boulevard, Malcolm X Boulevard. Those words, Malcolm X Boulevard and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, are referring to a street and not the man, even though it's named after a man. Okay? If I say Mount Everest, it's named after a person. I believe his name was Sir George Everest. But when I say Mount Everest, I'm pointing to or referring to a mountain, not the man. All right. And I know Asar gave an example about Houston, Texas, named after Sam Houston. And so when I go on the map and I'm going to drive to Houston or whatever, I'm not driving to the man. I'm not trying to describe the man. These places are located on maps, and you're not going to see any pictures of people on maps. Like when you look up Georgia, which is a place name, you're not going to see a person's. Or I look up Mount Everest. Where is Mount Everest? Any answer to the question where, the answer is going to be a location. Like, you know, so Unc, you're in Georgia. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Easy work, yo. 5 years ago, yo. I can keep going back, falling, trying to tell you.
You can't find any people that refer to themselves by a color. If you were called by a color, it was something that someone else called you. You know, never something that people would, you know, with an exonym or intronym where you would say yourself. I mean, you don't see that anywhere. You know, Lebanon would be an example, because Lebanon means white in Arabic. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't referring to people. It was referring to, again, the land.
Absolutely. All right, where we at, Juju, in the book? Where we at? Where we at? Or was we down on that? Chill, you got something to say on the book?
Yeah, we didn't actually get to the
You want to get there? You want to do that?
No, it's already been 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So, you know, that's a nice little run.
All right, nice little run.
Yeah,
so we'll pick up right there. Where we at? Where you want to pick up at? Because I felt like that was something that you really wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we at the wives' tales, superstitions, and conspiracy theories.
What page?
That's around 56. That's the subtitle for chapter 2. So you'll see it in there. We didn't even get to that part.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that part. I got it right here.
Yeah.
Wise tales.
Yeah. And then it goes into stereotypes and generalizations. So that's
all right. So we'll pick up right here. If y'all got the book, we're gonna pick up right here. Next show next week. Y'all start from there. We're gonna
say it out loud. What that title was?
You'll say. Go ahead, Chill. Wise tales, superstitions, and conspiracy theories.
Got it. Roger that.
Yeah.
Y'all. Hey, look. So we. All right. So, and we definitely got. So, I did hear this part. So we definitely off the black people thing, right? We moved past that. Right, I think even Smash abandoned that now, right? Because he said Reggie was right. He said Reggie was right by the Black City. You know?
Oh yeah,
he said Reggie was right. So that means that, and I think Wujar did a great explanation in that video, right? Yeah. So the black people, that's out the window now. So we shouldn't even argue about Diop's, Sanoran, and all that. So that means all that whole Sanoran argument, all that we did is no more. No, there's non sequitur in that. So, all right.
God, did you hear what the expert said on this show about Sauron?
No, what he said?
Oh, you missed that part?
I'm gonna go back. I tell you, Smash was doing the freestyle. And I was kind of like, I was getting annoyed. So I was skipping, trying to get past it. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, the Mandinka never called themselves black either.
You funny.
They never did.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and check it out. We'll chop it up in the Discord.
Nor did Bottom or the Wolf or the.
All right, so look, hey man, we at the end of this, man. Man, appreciate everybody that came through, man. Yeah, we got to do a Sosa's World joint on that. That's what we're gonna have to do, yo. Let me know when you're ready. We'll have to.
Shit, we do one tomorrow. We do one tomorrow early.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? Kids out of school and shit, but everybody quiet and chill.
Okay, all right. Hey, Afro Ninja, Omar Reed, clip him up. What's good, man? Appreciate that work you put in, man. Fontaine, man. Man, appreciate everybody came through Kinetic Energy, man. We still learning right here, man. Checking out confirmation biases at the damn door, man. Otto, I see you, man. John Jones, .2, man. Oh, wow. Absolutely. Man, the PseudoKillas, man. Man, make sure y'all tap back in, man. We're going to be on Socials World tomorrow, man. Y'all knew I'd do an early morning maybe joint. Not sure. I don't know. But I tell you what, man, we right where we supposed to be, man. All right? We ain't taking no what Nichols, though. Man, hit that theme song, Juju. Y'all got any closing words? Juju?
No. Hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely cool, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Let me
what you gonna say?
The truth has no defense against a fool determined to believe a lie.
Yeah, man. Oh, wow. Hey, y'all know where they turn it up, man.
Like Sanchez, it's a bomb threat. Yeah, I know flow like Angozi. Source up and show me, homie. You shut up and mute up a moment. The mad scientist, I'm knowing all the components. We own it, and we gon' off it if it's pseudo. You do know we don't entertain that keyboard judo. That big Bobby banger out of Baltimore. Done it all, shop before. Sold a little something, but I taught you more than your average teacher. I had to reach you at your level to bring you up. No devil can never beat you. With precision of a magi, the information supplied by some guys get debunked online. CK and Juju, I chill in the cut. But if you boys wanna fade, then I'm chefing you up. I organized lie, the beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo-killers. SpaceAgeAfrican, back again. Organized lie, the beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, niggas. Decorated pseudo-killers. SpaceAgeAfrican, tapping in. I always been fly, that's an actual omen. You could catch me in the sky, ask Anthony Bowman. You see me with his telescope, I was actually floating off some good kush. The Sabio is actually growing. See, Gullah and Kent is where the money gets spent. Boys got some books that cost as much as your rent. The second verse should be smashed Rockwell, but I rock well. Underground like Sumerian Rockwell. In the ring like I'm the Rockwell. Hell, create a different wave that can rock whales. Hell, shit swell like lunatides. Hydras off Gandra to who describe. Euthanize foolish guys. Scholastically, haphazardly. Turn your camera on and look me in my eyes. And please do subscribe. 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. We in for a new surprise. It's DQ, a organized lie. The piece of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, niggas. Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, back again. An organized lie. The piece of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, niggas. Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, tapping in.
Hey, don't know what it is, yo. Man, PseudoKillas, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, Bobby Banger, man. All day, every day, man. Staying right there on the line, towing the line, man. Always, yo. Man, thanks a lot for checking out the podcast, man. Make sure y'all be back tomorrow, man. The socials world, man. We got a lot of family shows going on, man. Hey, Juju, what's the name of the show again?
Our Galaxy and Beyond.
Well, I keep thinking that's something else, but it's the Galaxy and Beyond, though.
Because it was something else. We changed it. Remember?
Right, you cannot change it up on me like that.
You had to because you kept clowning me on it. Talking about it was said how.
What'd I say? What did you say?
I forgot. Let me see if I can find it real quick. You stupid. I cannot. I'm too hungry to
Family
be
show
right now.
Galaxy and Beyond changed from a pseudo title we forgot.
No, it wasn't pseudo. Let me see
It
if I can
was,
find
man.
it.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't argue with you like that.
It was called something like Beyond the Cosmos or something like that.
Yeah, it was Beyond the Cosmos.
How the hell do you get beyond the cosmos? Was the
Well,
question?
exactly what you said.
It was Beyond the Cosmos.
That's exactly what you said. That's why they
See,
It was Beyond the Cosmos. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yep. They got clowns. I was like, all right, man, we can change it. 'Cause I mean, I could see where it was pseudo, but I did,
the cosmos.
I did put my scientific spin on it because this is what we meant. It ain't what y'all talking about, but you know
where the cosmos at? Yeah, okay, beyond that.
We're gonna go past that. We're gonna go with Wu Jia say the waters are none. Waters are none.
We're talking about beyond our galaxy. Our galaxy is the cosmos.
I gotta find that show with
we
Wu
talking about
Jia said
beyond
that.
our cosmos. You know, the Milky Way galaxy. Don't play with me. Don't
With
play
the
with me. Don't
nun
play with
joint.
me.
The none. The waters are none. He said behind the Big Bang was the waters of none. We was like, what?
Shout out to Joe wherever you at.
This was a good argument day.
That's when I knew. And that's when I knew.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Shout out with y'all.
Shout out to Wu Jia, man. Great conversationist, man.
And Emmy Cat.
Definitely Emmy Cat the firecracker, yo. She's definitely the fire all day. I met her. She was like,
Emmy Cat ain't playing, boy.
Emmy Cat, you ain't but this big, shorty. What?
Yeah, she's petite. Beautiful goddess, though.
I was like, what? I'm just making sure. I don't want no smoke. Yo, she
You
was about in real life.
I know, but she was
like,
but it's African conversation. She is a continental African.
Yo,
you feel me?
Playing. She ain't playing. Anyway, Sosa's World, man. Cosmo, what is it called again?
Oh my God. Our Galaxy and Beyond.
Ain't that like Neil deGrasse? Don't he say something about that like that?
No. If he do, it's okay. It ain't the same.
Galaxies and beyond.
It's
right.
Our Galaxy and Beyond.
I'll get right. Makes sense.
I'm gonna go check it out. Whatever. It
makes sense. No, it makes sense. Our Galaxy and Beyond. Of course.
Exactly.
You go past our galaxy. Absolutely. Yeah, right. And we got the community of skeptics, man. All right. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to these channels, man. We need to get these subscribers up on both channels, man. You gotta do a subscriber run. We need everybody to participate. Need to put some files together, like and subscribe. Yo, that's what we gotta do, man. We can't be lagging like that.
Yeah, y'all like and subscribe. We need to get to 3,000 plus. If the pseudo channels can have 4,000 subscribers and we have
the Indians, they got the Cowboys and Indians.
Come on, bro. That's straight lies and grifts. See, that's the state where black Americans are right now. We gotta fix that.
We can't fix the grifting. They grifting.
Man, we got to. That's crazy.
Sound like they smoking something, don't it?
Man,
smoking.
Straight crack, bath salts. I said it.
God dang.
I want all the smoke. I got time.
Oh, you got time for that smoke?
Heck yeah, because they crazy. They nuts.
Hey, right there with Egypt is all the same thing, right?
Yeah, all the same. A grift is a grift, right?
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, yep, a grifter is a grifter. It's all the same. Yeah.
Oh, Mars laughing. I'm serious. I'm tired of it. Look, they coming for the Gullah Geechee culture now. So y'all already know
I got you mad now.
Yeah, I'm hot. Hot. Hot.
Walk them on in. All right, so you know I'm on my stealth bomber mission, man. So I will be presenting finding the first Americans, the first humans to reach the Americas are likely to have come via the coastal route, yo. And I'm gonna show you some archaeology. I don't know, I'm gonna guide them on in as I bomb them out. That's gonna be my next show. I'm on that, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a grunt. I'm gonna stay on the ground.
There was some pre-clove sites, and all that. All right. Then my show after that, we're gonna talk about was the possibility for them island hop down in South America. We'll talk about that too. So you got Monte Verde, right? I always see them mess that site up in South America.
Right.
Santa Julia, they messed that up.
So
yeah, we walking in on archaeology though is what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay right there. I think Sean said he got some things going. He been fighting hard. So
yeah,
I'm
boy.
dropping stealth bomber. Coming in, drop my payload, and I'm gone. Yeah, y'all did.
Yeah, I see.
Never acquiesce to a faulty premise. What's the faulty premise, y'all? That humans was always in Americas. Don't ever argue that point. And with that, man, we out, man.